right, everybody, welcome back to episode 21 of the BJJ101 Storeroom podcast. Today we have an awesome guest, a wonderful friend of Fabio Galeb. Fabio runs a couple of different jiu-jitsu locations on the Gold Coast and in Queensland, and he's been a pioneer here for BJJ in Queensland and stuff like that. Fabio, I normally start with a fairly basic question, and I just get you to introduce yourself a little bit, talk about your childhood, your life, your upbringing, and also where you kind of like were introduced to martial arts or BJJ.
So it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much for coming.
Be part of this, amazing podcast with amazing people as well. And I feel, like you said, I was one of the pioneers in Australia here as well, to get other black belts. Wasn't the easy journey, but we are here now, happy. And it's a big pleasure to be here, to be invited for this.
Thanks, man. So where did you grow up? Where did you grow up in Brazil?
Like from São Paulo, so I born in São Paulo, but I moved to a little bit west from São Paulo, like 40 minutes. The name of the city is Atibaia.
Okay.
Is because my brother, he got the car hit him.
Okay, he was in a car accident.
Car accident. So now he was cross the road, played with his friends, and the guy no saw and hit him, so he was close to die.
How old was he at the time?
He was like maybe 12.
Okay.
12, very young. So, and like my mom said, I want to get away from this crazy city. Then we moved to a little bit to. We go interior in Brazil, a little bit more west.
More rural, kind of like farm.
More city, like example here to Tumba, example.
Same.
A little bit more fair. And then from there, I started being grow up there, and was amazing childhood, when we still don't have iPads. This new generation don't know what you've been through, to play a lot on the streets with friends as well, was to be danger back in the day. So it was to be very cool childhood, So we moved there when we were younger, and when we started our journey there.
Okay,
me and my brother.
So from being born to 12, how was it living in Sao Paulo, and did you do any martial arts or any sports at that time? I was very young. I think I was 7 years old. Okay, at the time.
Moved to to this other county town, let's say.
Yeah.
And then we used to have like a big club, have this club there where people pay a membership to, they can do tennis, they have soccer field, have pools.
Sports club.
Club. So
this is in Sao Paulo.
Up the little 40 minutes from São Paulo. Club São João. Who's they are very famous for. They have a judo there.
Okay.
And they are very famous for a judo. And I started, then slowly, always after watching so many, movies of Bruce Lee, Ninja Jiraiya, Van Damme. So, always try to cop, always like the martial arts, start to enjoy the martial arts, the fighting. Then start to do a judo. And it's pretty funny, like my first, when I was young, my first professor was Claudio Calazans. His dad.
His dad,
His dad.
He's like a coral belt or whatever.
He's a coral belt in judo there. So he used to teach in this club, and he brought a little bit of judo for this club. And it's pretty funny. And after a long time, look there, his son, it's very big name in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then I started to do the judo, but it was a little bit very young. Me and my brother used to be a little rebel brother.
Oh, yeah.
So
bit of a troublemaker.
Yeah, troublemaker, like always give my mom problems. But then he started to hang out with a few friends who do a capoeira. Started the capoeira then, bring all the friends coming home, we go in the garage, do a little bit of ginga, play a little bit capoeira. Then, you start change. Then he started changing. Do capoeira, and then the main thing, capoeira. Just dress up like capoeira guy, just listen the music of capoeira in my house. Okay. Then after a while, he started as well. Then started to come the Vale Tudo back in the day, the Ultimate Fighter, then start to see these guys. Oh fuck, man.
So that became popular with.
The beginning.
Yeah.
I talk about like in early 90s, like.
So how old were you? So you from.
I wore like in that age, I wore like around like 10, 12.
Okay. And before, so what age did you start judo? And then you started
judo, like I was like maybe 8, 7, I remember I used to be a gray belt. And they asked my friends, well, like, they give you gray belts. Yeah, fine, but just for the tiny kids, And so, I used to be a gray belt, But when I learned my basic forward roll, backward roll,
Yeah.
There used to be, I remember, we used to play there. People hold the belt, you run, you jump and do forward roll.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For learning. So it was a little bit a crazy adventure. I never forget the time when other kid take me down and I forgot to break fall. Fucking hell, it's slammed my back on the floor. No air, So that was a little bit traumatized. Then from there, but I never been in like, did the judo in the club a little bit, but like more like different lifestyle,
Playing other sports and stuff.
Going to the pool, take serious, just like, start to do, got bored, start to do other soccer, then went to the pool. Then my brother got more involved on that.
On judo or on the Vale Tudo?
In the martial arts. In the martial arts. I was to like a little bit follow my brother when he bring the friends at home to play, I was just try to
watch and copy.
Hang out with the old crew, Then I was getting bullied a lot by the friends, and so then my brother come with this back in the day was the tape, old school, like, oh look man, the Ultimate Fighter 1. Then start to watch Ultimate Fighter 1, then Ultimate Fighter 2 and Jiu-Jitsu. Then we have other good friend of ours, Tadeu Silva, who got involved in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, And back in the day, we used to not have a black belt teach, there was to have a purple belt,
This is at the same sports club?
No, there was a difference. The guys have a little, he rented this place.
Okay.
Where have a martial arts, have Aikido, karate, and he started teaching Jiu-Jitsu there. And, I still watching the things. My brother got a little bit more involved in Jiu-Jitsu. Then I said, I want to do martial arts, and then I went to do Aikido. After watching old movies from Steven Seagal, Say Steven Seagal is the best. Man, no, that's the best. He broke the Van Damme's leg and he broke the other one's arm.
10 guys at once.
Yeah, best thing at once. Fuck, let's try this martial arts. And he started to do. Yeah, and like the truth is, I stopped doing, I was a purple belt. I went very far in Aikido.
Yeah.
It's completely self-defense,
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny. In the same club, so they have jiu-jitsu, they start to have boxing.
Yeah.
And in my little town, it's like a little town always happy, start to have the little bit when you start the Vale Tudo.
Yeah.
Then we have start to have troubles between the karate guys and
the different martial arts.
The different martial arts. Who is the best martial arts? And then I remember that was in the middle of the class, they have the Juliano, one of the, pioneers in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu there in my town.
Yeah.
And in this day he lived there in America. He was one of the coaches of the Rampage Jackson. Have a big academy in America there in California.
Yeah.
Total MMA. So I was there and we could hear a scream in the part of the weights. And I heard about, because have one club and the back have other door, have other club, the Taekwondo.
Okay.
And the Hapkido. And they started screaming a little bit. I heard they scream. Boom! And one guy run. And this when the guy run, the Juliano follow him, push him against the fence. And everybody up at the secret say, let's then do by yourself, let's then go. Then start fight, but the Juliano, the way they push him against the fence, he clinch. And then tap going to the back and put the guy for sleep. And it's fucking hell, man. Like, man, what the crazy is that,
Yeah.
Never saw these things,
Yeah.
Puts the guy for sleep, then the Aikido master come out, kick the karate guy from the gym. And it was to be the build back in the day, like I say, it was to be the pure martial arts, So, man, like a Taekwondo guy come to a Jiu-Jitsu and the other martial arts, to try to have a go, to challenge
them,
So it was like then started happening that in my talk between these two guys all the time. It was a White, his name White. He's the White Tiger, we used to call him. He was from the Taekwondo Hapkido and the Juliano Prado.
The jiu-jitsu guy. So the jiu-jitsu guy and the taekwondo
then we
guy.
start have that.
This friction yeah.
all the time. Where they go, we start having the friction. It to be like the real old school, like each martial arts, they call, no, my martial arts is better than yours, no, yours is better, so okay, let's fight then for see what is better, so there was the beauty between the martial arts, Then started, I looked there, so, oh, then my brother always involved in jiu-jitsu with his friends. But the problem was I was young and my family's never been a rich family, so, and okay, my mom said, but the problem is we cannot afford to pay for you training jiu-jitsu, And if my brother, my mom, my dad could not pay for him, my aunt, who his godmother, say, okay, that's what you wanna do, that's what you like, we're gonna pay. So his godmother, my aunt, used to pay for him to do jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
So then
were you still doing Hapkido at this time?
I was doing Hapkido, but I stopped as well because I could not follow. But I finished my purple belt, then I got introduced. Start getting old. I was, I think, like 12, like I said, between 12, 13, 14. Then I start, but go home, and my brother got so excited, finished the class. Fabio, come here, I'm going to teach this position for you.
Oh, well,
teach Amber. Yeah, I think, most people have a brother and sister who do jiu-jitsu pass through there, with the wives these days,
Yeah.
Come here, I'm going to teach this position. Yeah. And come and start, like, all the time, go home, teach me. So sometimes go home in the carpet, roll, start teaching me a few techniques, and start go from there. Then my brother, okay, Fabio, so we can do all the academies now, start to have one first class free. I will take you there. So he take me there, put there my white belt, always involved in the martial arts, always getting back at home.
Yeah.
And I went to training there with, back in the day, who was the professor in the gym back in the day? Was it still Juliano? I started training a little bit jiu-jitsu, but same, I could not afford, I was so young, then stop a little bit, they went with my brother, and they started to give a hard time for the higher white belts there. And they say, oh man, look at that. He teach privates at home for his brother, bring here to Bechaz, Then start they always going on and off, but then I start getting involved with horses as well, so as to be a little bit a cowboy.
Yeah.
So end up not going to jiu-jitsu, as well, because like I said, I could not afford. Then my brother, when he got a purple belt, my brother's fanatic. My brother.
But your brother, like at the time that you started, what was he a white belt?
No, he was a purple belt.
Purple belt already,
then,
your brother.
My brother, when he got a purple belt, he opened a little school on the town, in a different town, like 30 minutes from where we used to train in Revelda town, next door, So we went there and... Okay.
How old was he at the time?
My brother, back in the day, he used to be maybe 21, 22.
Wow, and he opened a gym.
Yeah,
wow.
He opened like as a purple belt, because what's happened is the professor where everybody learning, Juliano, he went to fight the Pan Americans in America.
Yeah.
And he ended up stay there.
Oh, he never came back. Okay.
So, okay, now
what?
Other guys start take the classes, and the people to not respect the other guy, So then they start went to São Paulo on the headquarters for training, then come back to Atibaia. So was a little bit start get a little bit of
fractures the team a little bit
between the friends, So and then my brother, because my brother started to do, I said, okay, now I have a gym to train and no need to pay. I also go there, but he don't have much students. So back the day I used to be very advanced, but same thing, no take serious. I used to love going horse riding, going to school, And then he was doing there. He was doing his, doing his job, work. The guy, the student, Happy Old Jeans, is so talented, but no one takes the jiu-jitsu serious. Yeah. So I was one of these guys,
They have a big what's the word that they have a you can see. Man, I've got a brain lost the word. They have a big potential
Yes.
to be good at jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
You can see the potential of the individual, but they enjoy whatever. There's guys here, there's guys everywhere like that. Maybe they find girls attractive.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're trying to pick up girls.
Yeah.
They got horses or whatever.
Yeah.
So how old were you?
No, I was like this when I talk. I was like very young, like between the 13. Then in 14 years old, I started taking more serious. I think it was 19.
But how old were you at the time when your brother opened the gym?
I was around the 13, 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was very young.
How much older is your brother?
My brother's 5 years older than me.
Five,
6 years old, I think. Than me.
Okay.
So I
he's about 20 years old. You're
because
about
he was around
14,
20.
15. Yeah.
And like they start to train, go there, like have like okay, go there for the 2-3 months, fine. Then after found a different hobby, started to do different things. Then was younger, 15, 14 years old. Okay, you want to be the cool in the town. When you live in this small town, you want to be the guy who have the reputation. Okay, I started to be a bull rider.
Okay.
So
bull rider.
I went to bull rider.
15,
I was 15 years old.
Crazy guy, man.
Tried to be a bull rider.
Yeah.
I said, man, I was to be involved like in the cowboy lifestyle, have ride horse every day, try to be a bull ride, Then fucking always getting slammed on the floor because I wasn't talented at all. Then going train jiu-jitsu, I could not train properly because the elbows scratch, for the horse. I could do. Then in this part, my brother ended up closed the gym in this little town and open a gym in our town.
Yeah.
So then it was more easy to me access there. So then I started, after I was doing bull riding on the weekends, come the week, train jiu-jitsu because I was a little, overweight boy. I want to try to lose weight as well. And, like back the day, these days have so many CrossFit or have other gymnastics,
activities,
Back the days, old school. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to fucking train jiu-jitsu, make me sweaty, make me eat health.
Go for a run or whatever.
Yeah, go for a run, man. I think I started to run when I started to do boxing.
Yeah.
I started running, And like I said, man, run is too hard, So then I started training more jiu-jitsu, started taking a little bit more serious, So when my brother moved this academy back to the town, he started to have all the students who were more, my brother was to be the fanatic. I think if I see sometimes the life I have these days, I've been realized my brother's dream. It's not my dream. Also, for me, I want to have a farm, live in the farm, have horses. Bull, I want to be a cowboy.
Yeah.
And my brother's like, he read books, he watch videos, he go home before he sleep. He always, read something about jiu-jitsu,
Improving, always looking to improve.
Always look to improve, but it's not just to improve, to know the history, My brother all the time, you talk about, you sit with him for talk about jiu-jitsu, man, the guy is a big dictionary. He know everything. He know the story. He know how jiu-jitsu, how being created, being before the grace is welcome. He know everything about jiu-jitsu. He used to study jiu-jitsu. And that's what happened when the guy is fanatic. He's not that good like the brother who don't care about jiu-jitsu and that be more talent, not getting nervous, when I start competing. So then in this age, then I started taking more serious jiu-jitsu when I was 16. Started taking jiu-jitsu more serious. Then I went to my first competition. And
you were still a white belt at the time?
White belt, man. I have a funny picture of it. I went my first competition, the belt, my head was like there, big kid, went there and end up winning, applying the takedown. I teach my students, and all my students end up with 2 points with the Kiwaza takedown. With that takedown, end up winning all the comp. Boom, win the comp. My brother so proud of me. Look, my brother stopped every his friend. He's in the city. Look like my brother just fought, got a gold medal.
He's still a purple belt at this time.
Yeah, the time he was between purple and he was got his brown belt. I think he was a brown belt back in the day.
Okay.
But I think because I also have my brother to push myself, and he did not have. Come a time he was like, if professor, his professor was to be in a different town. Example. He was living Gold Coast. His professor to be from Brisbane. Yeah. So he used to see the master, all the time. His master all the time. So the master used to push him the way he pushed me.
Yeah.
So because this, I ended up getting more involved in competitions than him.
Yeah.
you know. Then like I
Because
said,
he was busy teaching
he
and
was
running
busy
the gym. And
teaching,
everything.
run, but it was different. Like when going to the competition, man, my brother to be get stressful.
Yeah,
Man, is that guy? He don't know how to handle the pressure
yeah,
of a competition. He was getting nervous. Oh my god! Like uh, before going to the competition was like a nightmare because he was in the car, very stressful, nervous. You know. Have one time I was in the kitchen. He ended up felt.
he fainted.
Yeah, he fainted because he was nervous. You know, for the next day because he's gonna compete. So he's the type of guy. My God, like he used to push too much pressure on him.
On
And
himself,
there was
yeah.
the guy like, you know, oh well, gonna just finish horse ride. I'm going, I'm gonna compete now. You know, so with zero pressure.
Yeah.
So in that goes, they like I say, start getting older. They start doing jiu-jitsu. They start taking more serious jiu-jitsu. You know, I start enjoying more. You know, like I started. So always like to challenge. So I was going to visit my friends' academies as well.
Yeah.
You know, and when you go there, the people wanna make they wanna test yourself as well.
Yeah.
You know, I was a blue belt, tied up the belt like this, you know, because could not tie the belt properly, you know, but I was to be a big boy and also be very strong in the learn be very knowledgeable as well, you know, very technical, you know, and doing that like I was the guy when I was a blue belt, I was stepping out purple in brows, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was to always hunt the higher belts, you know, and like was to be full on back in the day, you know. They start when I got into, I was doing like training 3 hours. Like I did a class, it was my brother class. Then my brother ended up rent his gym for his friend for the following class, you know. So it's pretty different. Like was this academy with two different professors, was different group. Have the group with that professor and they have group with this professor.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was very,
interesting.
very weird the way
Yeah.
we grew up there.
Yeah.
You know, in my town. Then I was to do his class as well. So half time I was training like 3-4 hours jiu-jitsu
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Then finish jiu-jitsu, I start getting involved in boxing. So and I finished jiu-jitsu after the 3
At
hours.
the same place or
At
somewhere
the same
else?
place.
Okay.
Always at the same town.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes just move your location a little bit, but like a tiny bit. And then like get in the car, work to 5 o'clock, finish 5 o'clock, jiu-jitsu, 8 o'clock, going to train the box. You know, so we used to have classes 11 to 12 a night.
How old were
Come
you at
back.
this time
I
when you
was like
started?
16, 17 years old.
When you started
17,
boxing?
Yeah, 17. I started boxing. Then, you know, started being good jiu-jitsu. And one day I told my brother, oh man, I was doing boxing, you know, like full on. Then my professor that teach him how, Fabio, you need to run, you need to do the stairs, you know, all the school boxers, you know, like, I said, man, look like I'm going to a marathon. He said, Fabio, I said, man, I told you to just work my arms. He said, no, man, when your legs stop, your arms can work, but you start to be like a punch bag. So you need to move. This is a matter if your arm getting tired, you can skip in the ring, then
Survive.
survive. Then train jiu-jitsu full on, doing boxing full on, you know, to be the little people in the city talk about me. I say, oh man, that's cool, you know, like I was to be a little bit the, you know, go out, people want to hang out with me because, oh man, he's a martial artist, you know, he's a boxer. So I started to be the cool kid on the town, you know. Yeah, then I started, and then I said to my brother, I said, man, when I'm in brown belt, I will fight Vale Tudo or MMA. He laughed at my face. I said, man, come on, like, because MMA was just like, you know, the Gracies, you know, the
serious
thing, serious, like, you know. Then I said, no, we'll fight. He said, man, he laughed. He said, come on, man, you know, wake up for yourself, man. And what's happening? Got my brown belt. I was doing boxing.
How old were you at the time when you got the brown belt?
I was 17, 18 years old.
Got the
it's
brown
like
belt.
I say, we no talk about, it was like, that was like, when I got my brown belt, I was between 18 and 19.
Okay.
I remember I was to have my car, my driver's license. So,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah. Then, but like I say, what made me be in the sport because my friends, Fabio, let's go out. I also want to be financial. Well, go out for, you know, so all the time I go out, I need to pay. The guys, no, you know, the security to know, no, Fabio, come on. You know, so go there inside the club sometimes, you know. Guys, Fabio, look, that big guy, steroid guy, wanna punch me. Leave him for me, you know. Start be a little bit, I used to say, the Robin Hood of the weak people, you know. So I was to fight a lot.
The Robin Hood of the weak.
For the weak people.
Yeah.
You know, help the poor people, skinny people, invest the like all cities. You know, start back in the days all about steroids. I made the little bit pit bull.
Yeah.
You know, the guys used to call themselves. We are pit bull. You know, we train jiu-jitsu, we take steroids. You know, look, we are the pit boys. They call. So I'm like, come on, pit boys here. Not in this town, man. This town, you know, we don't have pit boys. So I end up got a lot in trouble, fighting the clubs, fighting the streets, you know. But not because I was a bully. I always help, you know, weak friends.
Yeah.
You know. So then I started get involved for my MMA. I win by knockout. Then when I start as well. Like,
so this is at 18. 18 you had your first...
18, 19.
You had your first MMA fight.
Yeah, first MMA fight. Yeah. And then I end up knock out the guy. You know, then the Fabio Galeb used to be big. Oh, man, we saw it in the TV. Okay, like, you know, that started to be cool. But the problem, I was fight a lot in the streets as well. So a lot of my brother, my boxing trainer, man, I was to comment and say, Fabio, man, people been talking about you now, man. Come on, man. We'll teach you there for self-defense. You've been going to the street to fight. I said, man, but it's like, yeah, man, you need to understand, like, you know, this steroid guy, you know, try to pick in the poor guy, and I cannot see that. Then start calling me a lot of my attention. Then I have a friend, then go there, train jiu-jitsu, train boxing. Sometimes teach a class to my brother, you know. When I was a brown belt, teach one class, the other class.
Teaching boxing, your brother?
No, teach more jiu-jitsu. My brother is shit in the hands. You know, just in jiu-jitsu, then start there, you know, like, okay, my brother, okay, what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the glove, punch, you need to use jiu-jitsu for control, for saving, you know, yourself. Then you start, like, be, like, full-on, more involved in the MMA, and it's pretty funny. All the guys used to come to visit my brother's gym. Like, I don't know if this happen here, but for us, all the schools to happen, like, the guys don't come to see the gym. These blue belts come to check it out, feel good. This purple belt, check it out, feel good. And they always used to be the first guy to roll with these guys. And my brother's coach said, Fabio, all the time come new guy there.
You got to train with
You
him.
need to be full on. Because if you get tapped out, the guys come to test, the guys gonna talk around, you know. So I always being the guy,
the mat enforcer. The mat enforcer.
Yeah. He also told me, and I said, okay, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm a very silly boy. Like, okay, I needed to go full on in the, you know, need to try these guys. Even like these days, now I have more to do, but always I've been when people to come to my academy, I always used to be the first one to roll. And if they come for test or not, but like that was the way I grew up. You know? My brother said, Fabio, you go first. You know, and make sure you make the guy tired because you know the next one gonna be the other best student. So I've been growing up that way. You know, doing jiu-jitsu. If my brother being fanatic of jiu-jitsu, you know, always like, man, you need to like. If you cry, man, you used to bash us up more, you know. If you whinge, you know. So because as I say, sometimes you look these days, you know, like also like the class used to be like 2 hours class, 1 hour just warm up.
Man, that's how the same. I started in Adelaide when I first started jiu-jitsu, and this is probably only 10, 12 years ago when I started, but man, it's the same thing, like 45 minutes to an hour of just animal movements and warming up and stuff. So you're already dead before you even touch another human being, man. And man, I've talked about this before as well. I think that's actually a really good way to force people to be technical with jiu-jitsu because you can't come and be explosive and powerful and be a steroid guy and all this stuff because you already spent an hour dying.
Like we used to say, you start to learn, develop jiu-jitsu when you're tired. Because you don't have your power. You need to use your brain. You know? So that was to be like very, like I said, you said was after 1 hour to, you know, doing so many movements. You know, now you do a little bit technique and you go roll. You was like, I think if you do that today, you're going to have like 0 students in the academies.
We talked about this as well. We had a guy on here named Petrus Vandervolt, and he's an old school karate instructor from South Africa, and he has a very similar story to you, man. He grew up there, you know, it's a rough place growing up, and man, he moved to like a mining town, and the guy's 60 now, but like, man, he used to go and fight guys in the street who had hundreds of street fights, you know, hundreds of street fights doing karate.
Yeah.
And he would knock guys out all the time. But he's a big, thick guy,
but
you know
this is
what
what I say. Back in the day, it used to be like that, you know. It used to be like full on. We used to punch him a lot on the street, or like I say, I got I got bullied a lot by my brother's friends, you know.
Yeah.
Because they were older than me, and it's pretty funny because I come back in the town now.
Yeah.
And I say they are more old, you know. I say, oh, do you remember me?
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, I was just making. Look now, you're stronger now, you know. Look how your life is much better now.
I helped you. Yeah.
You should pay me now.
They helped you out, get stronger. Yeah.
But all these schools to be completely different. But in the way back in the day, like when I started my brother, the way he used to teach us, after a long time I come back there and I see the way he teach, and I say, man, bro, like you serious? You teach like this now? I say, Fabio, if I teach the way I also teach, I'm gonna have 0 students.
Yeah.
You know, I need to adapt it. And it used to be the way, because this back in the day, you see this blue belt, this white belt, man, like it used to take like over 2 years for get it. You know, it used to be like, I remember the grade, there used to be every 6 months one stripe.
Yeah.
So it's 2 years.
To get close to
for you close to your blue belt. If sometimes your coach forget about you as well. I forgot when did the grade you last. No, you sure? You know.
Yeah.
And plus, if sometimes you don't have money to pay the grading, they skip. So man, I was to being white belt for ages. He being his brown belt for like so many. His professor holding him a lot as well, because my brother is like maybe like 160 centimeters, 170. He's short than me.
Yeah.
You know, he was very weak as
Yeah.
well. Like, so his professor holding him a lot for toughening his up, you know. So back in the day, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu used to be complete, and it used to be like, if you're tough, you stay. If you're not tough, mate,
You disappear. We talked about this as well. Like, you know, as bad that is for like modern times, that's what made jiu-jitsu so good, man.
Yeah,
that's what made everything so strong, you know what I mean? That's what made judo, that's what made jiu-jitsu, that's what made boxing, all the hard like warfare where it started with is what made it so effective. And when you remove that, you remove its effectiveness a little bit. And that's why if you go to the majority of jiu-jitsu gyms now, they're all trained for IBJJF or IBJJF or whatever competition. They're not going to have the same ability to defend themselves or self-defense capacity or be able to survive or whatever, because they're not training like that anymore.
No, like I said, you know, like they all academies, especially like my academy, I try to keep on there like about they start stand up, because a lot of these new jiu-jitsu, I know, because they space a lot.
Even from here, we start from the knees the majority of the time.
Because like I said, because the guys develop so much good guards, you know. Because for sure, you start on the knees, so it's more easy you sit to play guard, you know, just get it more. So end up develop a new type of jiu-jitsu. Like I remember back in the day, you know, like when you see final Margarida versus Noishan Ribeiro, his brother Saulo Ribeiro. You know, man, the guy's top game used to be
trying to throw each other.
Used to be a top gamer. I think back then there used to be just a roleta, good ground game, bottle game. Have very, you know, I remember Nino Chamber used to be very good. You know, like this old school, but it was like 3-4 guard players.
Guard.
And the other rest used to be a top fighters, you know, used to be a top player. And the man then come for pass your guy for, used to not have stalling. They used to come for try to tap you out.
To beat you,
You know, that's what I miss sometimes, you know what I mean? When the style,
people really
the old
trying
school,
to fight.
They fight,
win.
exactly. They try to fight. And the happy a time in my career, I end up, a lot of people say, Fabio, who is the number one? I say, man, I also know watch jiu-jitsu. I also don't know much about jiu-jitsu, like the competition style. I also go teach training, you know, to no incentive my students for compete back in the day. You know, so I also go training, teach them what I knew, no watch, then when the guy say, Fabio, you heard about the betting ball? I said, what was that? You know what I mean? Oh, you heard about these new games? I said, what is that? Then I start to need to, okay, Fabio, now it's time in your life, jiu-jitsu change. So
about the berimbolo stuff, is this still in Brazil or is this already when you're in Australia?
When I was in Australia.
All right.
So,
when,
let's come back to
yeah.
to the story. Like then after all that, start fight MMA. Then like I say, like all Brazilians try to, like my dream was, okay, I want to go overseas. Try to just maybe go overseas. I'm gonna soon. I 100% fair ride in overseas. I'm gonna see a money tree. So I collect the money from the tree, come back to my town, be able to buy my house, or come back, or like because I was to have friends who go to Japan, come back from Japan,
making a lot of money.
Okay, millionaires. So, oh my God, man, where you found this tree? But you don't know how hard was the life in Japan. These people just work like animals,
By teaching jiu-jitsu or?
No, like a normal work in factories.
Yeah, okay.
Japan, because Brazil have a
large
huge
Japanese population.
Yeah, large. Yeah. So then going to Japan, come back, but you don't know what's happening in Japan, but come back full of money. So I say, man, we're gonna do that, I wanna go overseas. Then had the Pan Americans in California. And my dad said, I said, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go there. Dad, can you help me? Like, again, my family wasn't very well financial. Now I help her. I said, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be illegal. Like always the crazy dream, especially seeing our professor move to went to fight Pan American, stay there.
His pathway.
Yeah. Oh, look like he's so well now. Vive of the martial arts. Then did not happen. Then come a friend of mine. They're supposed to move to England as well. Did not happen. Like I said, man, the life take you to a direction, So then come a friend of mine, said, Fabio, I said, oh man, my brother's from Australia. I said, oh man, I want to get away from here, like I want to try something new, So now Fabio should come there. I said, go there and be legal. I said, nah, Fabio, no being legal, man. Go there, study, get a study visa. So went, did every step, apply the visa, did very well. Boom, come to Australia. But my big problem, I could not speak. I still can but I could not speak one word of English. Then my friend always helped me. Say, Fabio, then when I come to Australia, start to see the reality. Say, where is the money where is the tree full of money? Say, Fabio, you need to work. So, fuck, man, Back in the day, I was to no work, like live with mom, dad, dad was to never wash my own clothes, So I said, man, start make me be a man up now, be a man. Then I remember first time when I went to the shopping to buy a fruit in the city, the price of a fruit here. I said, fuck hell, man. My dad's is a warrior, He never left us be starving at home, and now we come here like, fuck, I buy that, I know the price of there. But then when I moved here, I moved to Manly in New South Wales. Yeah. And I also live the next door was to have an academy, the Gracie Barra, with Marcelo Rezende, one of the founders of Gracie Barra in Australia.
Yeah.
So I was to it's pretty fun. I was to go there, they live there. First, second day, come to Australia. The first 2 days I was just asleep because the times of difference, the jet lag. Then went there. Like seriously, next door, completely next door.
Yeah.
So go down my stairs, come back his stairs, go there. Oh man, for MMA in Brazil, I was a brown belt back in the day. Was in 2006 we arrived here.
How old were you now at this time?
I was 22, 23, I think, yeah, around there, 21, 22. I was, pretty younger, Then I saw. And like I say, I went there, did a very good training, Then he's like, oh man, and they say, I like MMA, I come to Australia because I wanna be a fighter, And then he said, oh, man, I can maybe, start go there a few times. He said, oh man, can you come one day for help me? I said, yeah, where are you going? I need going to Minto to train Mark Hunt. Can you come help us? I said, oh yeah, for sure, man. Cool, we need to wake up like 5:30 in the morning. I said, fuck, 5:30 in the morning. I never wake up. This is my life. In Brazil, no wake up early, man. We come home this time of the night. 5:30, but you wake up 5:30.
You go home really late, but you never wake up.
But you never wake up. You wake up like 8, 9, 10, Like, then went there to training. Fuck, train Mark Hunt. man, this guy started to look a little bit more about him fighting Pride. And back in the day, Pride used to be very famous in Brazil.
Yeah.
When it was Vanderlei Silva was
Vanderlei,
fighting, Minotauro was BTT versus shoot box,
Yeah.
you know? Man, how sick, you know? Then go there, turn the guy, go in the jiu-jitsu, go in the box, and because the school era learning boxing as well, used to be tough school, man, you know?
Yeah.
So he said, and my professor always used to say, Fabio, when you go inspire someone, you cannot respect, because it's inspire, man. You go like like this part these days I do sometimes. You see people do inspire. Mortachi, I never like you going for a fight.
Yeah.
You know, we used to like, man, I used to come home
Smashed.
my face is smashed. We used to go pee, used to pee blood because it was all inside my body was damaged by punch.
Kidneys.
You know, 100%. So then I went there. Okay, Fabio, you're gonna do spar for my okay, cool, you know, spar, switch on, boom, spar. He's not your friend, you respect, but you know, and man went full of boom, and he throw, he was holding a little bit, he was hold back a lot, and you punch on and punch and go and try punches on the floor. Man we finished there, talk, I jump in the car, come back, drive to Mele, you know, Marcelo, I want to bring this guy again. Because then he starts, man, I want this guy help me in the camp. And it was when he went to fight Fedor. So we're gonna prepare Mark for fight Fedor. You know, I said, man, fuck that. You know, then he started. Then after a while, after 3 times, 4 times, I went there. I asked Marcelo, I said, why he asked me for me to come back? I said, because many people who inspire him,
they're afraid of him.
Not afraid, it's respect.
Okay.
And he said, man, the way you did, I never saw no one do. You know, you went full on because that's the way I grew up. That's the way I used to spar in Brazil. Like, man, I used to like, man, punch on. Like, I remember I could not sleep because I could not breathe by my nose. You know, my mom used to say, man, look, your nose is being changed, the format of your nose, of punch. Like, man, I remember I could not sleep so many days because too much punch. Like, with the gloves, like ridiculous glove in Brazil, you know, like. So
small gloves, whatever.
Gloves, like in the gloves, is like very full leather, old school gloves. You know, I think the gloves used to weight like a kilo, so heavy, like look like a big brick come to your face. You know.
Yeah.
So then when I moved to Australia, then started this journey. Then I went there, started training there. Then have this other guy. Fuck man, look this guy. You know, look very athletic. What's your name, boy? James Terhuna. I said, oh man, that's cool, you know. I said, man, this guy, you know, Fabio, he fighting a few locals MMA show here. You know, then I met the other guy was Brad Morris, you know. Brad Morris as well is like I talk about the old school New South Wales fighters, you know. Brad Morris went to do his first fight in the UFC. Guess against who was the first fight, Cain Velasquez. Fuck man, he got destroyed, unfortunately, you know.
What year was this?
I was like 2006, then I went to Japan. So between 2009, 10, I think was, you know, that when the start was like, we were like in 2006 when I come here, like say, not many people, was to be like very small people who was doing MMA, you know. Even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I also not compete because I go in the competition. Like even now we have more brown belts, but back then there was brown belt. Go there, here Fabio the medal. I have no one to fight. You know, because it's too not heavy. Like so because this in this time in 2000 between 2006 to I think around 2010, I was not competing jiu-jitsu because I was training hard full on. Going to the competition, no one. So I started going for MMA. So then I went like that was the root like of the beginning of the MMA in Australia. You know? Then I was there living Mele, doing my boxing with because that was in 2006, 2007, and 2006 after helping Mark, I ended up went to Japan. Mark take me to Pride for him.
Yeah.
He gonna fight Fedor.
Were you fighting in Australia at this time?
I was fighting as well. I was more training because I was trying to fighting. I fought a few MMA fights in Australia.
Yeah.
But I was helping Mark in the camp.
Yeah.
take me to Japan. Who you gonna fight, Mark? Ah, man, I'm gonna fight Fedor. Oh, okay. Oh, Fedor, man. He was the number one in the day, he was the big name there in Pride. Then I remember I was there in Japan. Outside, I looked like, oh, there. I stopped for a minute and said, man, that wasn't my dream. That was my brother's dream. I've been living my brother's dream, The fuck there, like, man, Japan, sit there next to Ruas, to Shogun Ruas, in the middle of the shoot box, because there back in the day in Japan, the shoot box and BTT used to be in different hotel.
Yeah.
Because they used to hit each other. So there they made the shoot
Too
box.
dangerous to be in the same hotel.
Oh, man, they used to be full on. Yeah. So, like, that was the old school, you know what I mean? So then, like, they threw, like, they threw warriors, like, they threw fighters, When if you talk bullshit about each other, man, there's no fake. You're gonna fucking punch on. Sorry for the swear. You're gonna punch on. Where I see you are gonna punch on. Because, these days you see the promotion, but that was the old school.
No, it wasn't fake. Like
no, it wasn't fake. If the guy hit, he hit, bro. Then, man, we start like, then was there in Japan, help Mark for the camp for Fedor. He ended up got a Kimura in Fedor, but could not finish. So ended up turn around and Fedor tap out. Then keep going to Minto, then training there with Marcelo. Marcelo in the beginning helped me a lot, But and when he opened his first school, I was helping him a lot there as well. The Grace Bar, where is the headquarters,
So you were teaching at the headquarters?
No, I was helping him, like set up the gym, like the mats, all this. The first academy, remember?
What were you doing for work at the time? Were you just fighting?
Labor.
Oh, labor.
Labor, man. I was like, I was like, man, fuck, I need to sell my lunch to buy the dinner. I was, man, be broke, like used to work like 8 days a week, not 7, 8, We used to work back to front to try save money when stay in Australia. They end up found a good job a nice job in a factory who make frames. Like the frames you put the pictures,
picture frames,
picture frames. Work there, sit there, look the side of India, look the other side the Chinese. It's okay, man, but it's okay. I don't come here for be,
a factory work.
Factory work, Come here for be a fighter. Then I supposed to went back to Brazil. Then I went back to Brazil, end up miss Australia, come back to Australia. Then work in this factory. I also have a good relationship with James Terruna.
Yeah.
One of the guys I
fought in the UFC.
The first in New Zealand fighting UFC, I think.
Yeah.
So in the messaging, I said, James, man, I want to come to get a few guys there because I see you guys want to train more for MMA. No just Brazil, because where I was just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And I want to focus a little bit more in MMA. So I moved to West Suburb, to Penrith.
Yeah.
So everybody thought I was crazy because, man, fucking get off Melee, where everybody want to live, to move to West Suburb,
Yeah.
Well, I say, man, they moved there, but like I say, I have an awesome life there with the boys. I was with Biffy Tama, James, Gordo Graf, back in the days, all the just MMA fighters.
So you just had a big house of MMA fighters?
No, it was the big. I also live with Dallas, one of my best friends now. Dallas, he's Indian.
Yeah.
But I also training. Like, you're going to the West, you don't have a beach, you don't have enough. What are you going to do?
Just fight and train. Yeah.
And there used to be, fuck, man, we have this, then I left to Brazil, come back, got my black belt under my brother, come back to Australia again. Then, man, we have a black belt jiu-jitsu. And everybody used to come to test me. Yeah. Everyone. Man, come these big Maoris, man, like 120 kilos, concrete, strong ass, man. Fuck. Come on, you're a black belt jiu-jitsu. Come on, I heard about this jiu-jitsu. Let's see if you're good. Bro, I said, okay, but it's 5 minutes, okay? It's not this 2 minutes. And I was to hold because he gonna guys out.
Yeah.
So I was to wait, the guys out, okay, now I can do my thing. They are strong, man. They are so strong. They used to, a lot of people test myself there.
This is in Penrith?
In Penrith.
So what was the gym there?
Elite Fight Gym.
Okay.
There was to be very well-known MMA gym. Where, like I say, when he title Vasa now, I used to see him
So were you teaching there at the time?
Yeah, I was teaching there jiu-jitsu at the time. So I was teaching now. I was teach jiu-jitsu and work like a labor.
Yeah.
Still come back in other factory, start working the Star Trek, work teach jiu-jitsu. Then I end up, I say, man, I'm gonna open my gym, I wanna be a jiu-jitsu gym. Not all this MMA gym where people unfortunately happen a lot that gym, people are choosing on top of the mats. I say, man, come on. It's a academy, samurai spirit here, It's a mats, no shoes. It's a lot of, Australia is very common, you see there. Yeah, kickbox, Muay Thai gym. They have the mats, they have the shoes. And so, man, come on, I'm gonna put my face there. They end up opening my academy, but there help the guys training, still always training with the guys. But
so you opened an academy in
I end up
Penrith?
my academy, no in Penrith, in Greenville, next to Parramatta.
Okay.
Then end up, I was to be under the Gracie Barra with Marcelo, say, I'm gonna open there. The Gracie Barra Parramatta back in the day. And same thing, training jiu-jitsu, Marcelo gonna compete. Fabio, don't have no 1 year bracket. Oh man, there we go again. We found a guy to fight, Thiago Braga, back in the day. He was the big name jiu-jitsu thing. Went there to fight. Thiago, I'm gonna focus on my students back in the day, And it was to be a very rival between the Roots, where Paulo Guimarães, in the competitions, the Grace Barra back in the day, the Roots, and the Grace Sydney of Bruno Pano. So to be a little bit, the three main academies, there. Then used to have the Peroches as well.
Okay.
Elves in the I think it's Sinozik in the Elvis, Peroche and the Elvis to be both together.
Okay.
And the guy said, Fabio, you're a big boy, man. We wanna put you for fight against Peroche.
Yeah.
And like back in the day used to be, what's the name? They are affiliate. Peroche in Sinozik affiliate Machado Jiu-Jitsu, And man, now we found a guy to fight Peroche. Back in the day, Peroche used to have a big name in jiu-jitsu, big tall boy. Back in the day used to be, the big names in jiu-jitsu to be Peroche, Elvis, used to be, everybody, man, that guy used to be, everybody told, where I had the pleasure to fight him, the big Mike Wilson, Wilson from Melbourne, under Peter de Breen. Peter de Breen was a huge name here as well, So to be Mike Wilson, the big boys, Mike Wilson or Peroche. But when I arrived, Peroche was already slowed down in the competitions in jiu-jitsu. Then was trained was me, Stevie Oliver, was to train together. Stevie Oliver is the owner of the Oliver MMA in New Zealand. It's a huge academy in New Zealand. So it was me, Stevie, training full on all the time. Punch on. Stevie used to be very good friends of Mark as well. So it's to go train MMA together, train jiu-jitsu together, train no-gi together. But like I said, you see how they change. We used to train. Fabio, how's your fitness? I don't know. Have you done fitness work? No, have flip tires. No, have him done. No. Used to be just training the martial arts. These days you have CrossFit. You have everything. Have everything. So
they mix it up, and it's good. Like a lot of the athletes, they're getting even better because of all that type of stuff. But
no, like I said, you look at the old turtle, the Ninja Turtles, and you look at the new Ninja, they have 6-pack, man. Come on, there's the change, the times mean everything been changed. Back in the day, man, like I said, we look for your physique, these days you look, the guys look like Jack, look like. Last ADCC, André Galvão, the way he was looking like.
Yeah, he looks like a bodybuilder,
so.
They look crazy. They look like superheroes. It's not real. Now, this is another thing that, is a kind of a controversial topic to do with, martial arts and MMA. But there's always been a very big culture of, Mexican supplements in jiu-jitsu and MMA and everything, what I mean?
In Brazil back in the day, used to be like I said, man, the guys, Vitor Belfort. Let's say used to be like say, man, you need to look like a Vitor Belfort. No, now the old school man, the guy was 17 years old, his trapeze coming behind his ear. Come on, man, this guy, looking like, There used to be the old school, odd one, Ismael Valil, Fuck, the guy used to be like, man, the guy used to be just Jack. Strong. Technique, zero. powerful, strong, you know.
Over 100%.
Over 100%.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a little bit my story there. Then, Fabio, we have a fight for you. Cool. Man, Jamie Terruna supposed to be the main event versus Hector Lombard. Jamie got injury.
Yeah.
So Mark asked, we're gonna put you for fight. Okay, fuck, I'm gonna knock out the little guy, you know, he's lighter than me. Fucking big mistake I did, man. I thought I knew, like, my box is for sure because I was training just jiu-jitsu, also not training boxing. So I said, man, you know, I was thinking I'm gonna go there, throw my box, strike for the guy, fucking go there, okay, fucking fight Hector Lombard. The guy used to knock out and winning all every single weekend. He was fighting MMA every single week. Fucking I went there to jump up, start there. Southpaw fighter. Fucking I never fought Southpaw in my life. You know? I said, man, the points come from the different direction now. Yeah. So like I said, that's what I say. We used to be tough. We used to not be well educated.
Yeah.
These days you're gonna fight Southpaw, you're gonna train Southpaw, you're gonna train it properly. You know?
But they also, I think, like a lot of and there's still good fighters now, but like I think what they've sacrificed now is everyone's really educated and got access to everything, but now they don't have the same tough skin, man. They don't have the ability to overcome problems. Like you guys used to.
That is the thing. Like I said, we used to be tough, mentally tough. You know, like I said, Fabio, have you watched the fight of watch a fight? What not watch a fight? We used to not have like back the day used to not have like a machine for take pictures, you know, like how gonna watch a fight someone?
No cameras or anything.
I never. In my life, I started thinking maybe this now when I'm getting old, I start to watch people's fight for no little bit again. But man, I also jump there in the okay, good luck. What are you gonna get? Fuck, what his game I say? I don't care about his game. I'm gonna do my game in the you know.
And that's it.
You know, so they first fight in Australia, was the 5th fight in Australia. MMA. Who will fight? Okay, this guy, Hector Lombard. Okay, let's go there then. I was like to my coach, man, I'm gonna knock you out. When I knock you out, you raise me. Okay, I went there inside the ring, man, you know, start fight. Boom, he gave me a hook, I drop little bit. When I drop it, I was there, but my mind was in Brazil. I was thinking about other place.
You're on the beach.
Yeah, I was in the beach. He take me, puts me on the floor, try to come back fight. He give me a headlock, throw me on the floor. You know, I try to put in guard, you know. He puts him in triangle, he escapes, start ground and pound. And I was there, my mind was in the beach, have coconut water, you know. Look to myself, no, he's not strong, speaking Portuguese. And after I said, Marcelo, Fabio, you crazy. The guy speaks Spanish, it's the same. They can't understand what you said. I said, fuck, then boom, got knocked out. Wake up after, not really knockout, but you know, the referee stop.
Yeah.
You know, then I saw the guy start doing push-ups. And Marcelo said, Fabio, you in the middle of the fight, still if you pay attention, you tell the guy is weak. You know, have the fight, then we decided to move to Penrith. Because I say, man, I say now, I wanna now, that's happening in every fighters. If you lose, you wanna blame someone. And they start, unfortunately, I will start to blame my trainees here. Then start getting in touch with the America top team. You know, try out, I'm gonna move to America. I wanna dedicate myself for the MMA. You know, I end up, did not work out. Then I moved to Penrith when James and the boys helped me a lot there.
So you did go to America
I was told the guys to go there, but I did not have the financials to leave Australia and move to America for try. And maybe, like I said, man, the life changed for a direction. Maybe it was good for me. Stay look my life now. Off I go, maybe, you know. I don't know what I would be if I went there. For sure, I would grow a lot in the fight industry. Like I would maybe have a contract for. I was close to get a sign up for UFC. You know, because I was there with Mark. I was close to sign up with Pride. Then UFC bought the Pride. Then my dream was fighting Pride. When the UFC bought Pride, they take your dream away.
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't exist like it used to.
Exactly, it used to not exist anymore. My dream got a little bit lost. You know. Teach jiu-jitsu, like I said, was to know, stop compete, no one to compete, say, man, I'm not going to keep training. Start go out.
Party time.
Party time. Start going out, party time. Back in the day, I used to live in suburb, going to King's Cross all the time, party, you know. Then
how old were you at this time?
I was was between a photo actor, then 2010. So it was around 2009, 2009. So it was 2008, 2009.
And how old
You
were you
know.
at the time? At 25, something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, no, I was like 23, 24.
Okay.
Still very young, you know. Yeah, I think I was there, and I forget the calculation. Yeah, I think I was like 24, 25,
Okay.
around there. And like, that was a shame because I ended up going to the party life,
Yeah.
you know, because like something I never be able to do in Brazil because I wasn't financially well.
Yeah.
But I was there, you know, working a factory, make sometimes overnight, make like $1,500 a week.
Yeah.
You know, start going out, party all the time. Start to, going teach private. The guy say, Fabio, you went out last night, you stink alcohol. So, a little couple of alcohol, you know. Saturday morning, but it's always been like Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, we have private to teach. I go out, but I'm there for teach.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
You
So-
got back at 4 a.m., but you
but I was like that. Come back 4 a.m., but 8 o'clock I'm there. You know. So I end up have the little bit lose the focus in life. You know, in that way, the party life. You know.
It's easy to do though
it's
as a
very-
young man. Especially
yeah.
especially because you don't have like family support. You know what I mean? If your
Exactly.
brother was here, if your mum and dad was here, whatever, it can be a little bit different because they keep you grounded a little bit. But man, if you go somewhere, and this happens with guys that play footy, guys that do whatever, like, all right, they make all this money that they've never had before. Even jiu-jitsu
like that?
guys, they
Was
get
that?
all this
Yeah,
money,
was
like,
that?
and you like you're still getting by and doing this stuff. But you make all this money compared to before. You like, man, you start doing whatever it is. I'm going out with this, or you're spending money on chicks or whatever, and it just gets out of
Like
control.
I say, you know, it's the hope. Like, oh man, going out, girls, money, drinks. You know,
Fun time.
fun times. You know.
Yeah, and
like,
you're at that age, you know what I mean? Like at 23, 24,
Oh,
25,
yeah, it was
like
that, yeah.
that's the only thing that's on your mind, man. And you just this and it takes control, man.
It was to be crazy. It was to be there. Like I lose the focus. I have a time, man. You know, I was to teach. Like I was to teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a work. Okay, I'm going to work in the week. Weekend I'm gonna get loose.
Yeah.
Monday there work, and then gonna get loose. But it's not like, you know, like also no push my students for compete because I say, oh, man, if you're gonna compete, I'm gonna go out. You know, I'm gonna go have
Don't
a
wanna
lot of
go-
times I went to coaching hangover
Yeah,
in Sydney a lot. You know, like I say, have times, man. Look how they brain of the human. You know, have times, I say, man, fuck. Just wish my student loses so I can go home. You know what I mean? Look at the mentality like back in the day. You know, like, man, fuck. Man, just okay. I'm here Sunday. You know, should be at home chill. I'm here Sunday. If this guy,
man.
if it is only one student, come on, just lose so I can go home.
It's man, it's hard. Even for me, like, you know what I mean? You spend the whole week here, 6 days or 6 days out of 7 you're here. Man, like the last thing you want to do on the weekend is go there. But that's the job of being a coach, man. And it's hard,
then
man.
what happens? Come a time when Guto Campos was here, you know, then he come to then I was talking to him. I said, man, how you do, man? Like, you know, you work hard a whole week, then come weekends, you know, you just wanna. He said, Fabio, you need to do, man. That's the job you choose for your life.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was a little bit after. Like I said, sometimes you need an old brother or someone to, you know.
Got a little bit.
Yeah, got a little bit. That was happening for me in the beginning. Like I said, I could be much more like famous on the sport, you know, but I ended up getting a little bit lost when I was, like I say, when Jamie signed up for UFC. Man, the guy was like training, go home, eat his apple pie with ice cream, stay at home, watch movies, you know, and he said, man, weekend. I said, come on, weekend, man, let's go Parnana. He used to be very quiet, like very dedicated, you know. And
Serious
that was
about-
make his life turn. Like, man, he signed up for UFC. He was like,
Yeah, he had a good run in the UFC
run
at
in
one
the
time.
UFC,
Yeah.
you know. So you say, man, the guys, and what's end up changing his directions after he getting famous. Famous coming friends, people who wanna be your friends.
Friends.
Yes. You know, the
Yeah.
friends. The people call friends, but then friends, then come alcohol, then come parties, then come. Man, the guys to no drink. Then I say, Fabio, every week someone invites me to go into some party because they want to see the James UFC fighters in my party.
But they will disappear when the guy loses the fame.
No,
you know what I mean?
it's fact. You know, like I said, I was coaching him in BJJ a lot. You know, like I said, we have a lot of disagreement in few things. I did not agree because, like I said, we used to be all crew.
Yeah.
We used to train together. We used to go into the camps together. We used to like going overseas. Then was to coach him. Then was to be like this. Okay, James is gonna fight in UFC in London. London is cold. It's cold. 0 coaches. So it's to be me, him, and the other coach. Now James is gonna fight in UFC Las Vegas. 1,000 coaches. Have so many coaches. You know, so many people who pay to be his friends back in the day because he's going to Las Vegas, pool parties, you know. So, so I said, man, like I think the last big issues I had back in the day, he was the UFC in Brisbane when he fought Shogun.
Shogun, yeah.
You know,
Lost,
like I said, I was in the camp with him.
I worked there at that. I was doing security at this.
Yeah. I was in the camp with him, help him to return. I used to be his main spar partner. Was me and the other 2 guys, spar partner, and he'll have 20 coaches. Come time here the UFC, no one give the schedule. So, you know, to be here with him, be in his corner, then push me to the side. You know, so I said, wow, so now for UFC here, you have so many guys to be a corner man. But for UFC London, where it's cold.
Yeah, when no one wanted to help, you were helping.
No one
when
helps.
everyone wants to help, then.
So that's what ended up, I think his career as well ended up going to a different direction. Because, like I say, he ended up changing his style. Instead of the crew who work well, and like I say, all the time I was there with him in the corners, he always winning.
Yeah.
You know? So like when he push out the real people around him, he was losing. Maybe he changed direction. So, you know, always work with his ground game, spar with him, you know. So back when I was to live here now, that's happening, you know. So yeah, I was to then from Sydney, you know, like
just on this point, it's like it's easy to get like sidetracked, or it's easy to get caught up in like the the excitement, or the what's the word, like it's so enticing. Like, oh man, everybody wants to be my friend. Oh man, this guy's famous here, or this guy, his name is bigger, or whatever. And we did a podcast with Tim, and we interviewed him about his music stuff, and he had a kind of similar kind of scenario. Like, man, and I talked about this to do with Hickson. Like, there's so many people making money off jiu-jitsu, and the last guys making money are the guys that made jiu-jitsu, man. That made jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Like, you got all these guys in the US that they've been doing jiu-jitsu for 5 or 10 years. They never did anything. They didn't build it. It was already here for them. But they're the ones making all the money. They're the ones, and it was kind of the same thing. It's like, life isn't that fair, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's a dog eat dog world, and sometimes people take advantage, and sometimes they do this and they do that, and people get what they get through what they do in life. But it's just an interesting thing to think about, because, like, man, a lot of the guys that they built and they're pioneers of stuff, and man, they don't get everything back. But what seems to happen is that they might get it at the time, but other things happen in their life, and life gives back to them for all their hard work. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Like like I'm gonna explain. If the example, if the family, the Grace's family, man, okay, how you heard about jiu-jitsu? I heard about because Royce, the Holler was fight the UFC. Hickson, Grace was. Like, you know, who they make the name of the Graces. Hazel, you know, Ryan. Example, with all respect, they don't see Carlinhos Grace. But he's a businessman. So what's happened? You see, like, this guy, like, you say, oh man, the Carlinhos Grace is the more successful of the Graces. And look, he was the biggest. So who make the names? Who was punching with people? Yeah,
all the guys building the
all the guys who build the legacy, but then come the other guys, you know, who end up the marketing, the business, and they are very successful today. They are more than the cousins, you know. So that is fun. Even in jiu-jitsu, everything is there. You know, in fight, like if you see now, you know what people, UFC fighters. You know what I mean? Who's there? And they say, man, I wish I could be a truck driver. Look now. I went, got famous in UFC, you know, make money, start getting drugs, parties. Look now after the career is gone. You know? So they have these people who try to jump on your boat when the boat is higher to try to make some business there. You know? So I have a lot of friends who's like sometimes like the brothers. Well, my brother's very famous, so I'm gonna open a business. In the at the end of the day, they like the brothers they're fighting. He's less, and now the other brother is well successful. This happen in any type of business.
Yeah. Lots of different pursuits and stuff. I just think it's an interesting thing to talk about. But I think life has a way of balancing things out as well. Like we talked about with him with his music stuff, he used to produce music and stuff like that and do all these things, and people would come and steal ideas and go and do all these other things. And like maybe again, life's not always fair, and it doesn't always, karma doesn't always get everybody, you know what I mean? But I think, like you're saying, maybe if you did go there and become a UFC fighter, maybe you would have the same problems and exactly. Gone crazy with the money and the chicks and everything.
Like I said, man, having people not born to be famous. If you're gonna be famous, you're gonna be downhill because, man,
that's impossible to deal with.
Everything's impossible to do. When you're famous, you're there, have girls, friends, but when you're after. No girls want to look at you, have friends.
Exactly.
So that's happening a lot. That's a lot of friends who got very popular, very famous. They
all struggle with that area of being an athlete.
5 years later, no one know your name. Let's say. So
you prefer to have something that's lasts longer time.
So
that has a bit more meaning to it, more substance.
But then it was there when coming on time in my life. I started to be more in the business. Then
when did you actually move to Brisbane?
So I moved to Gold Coast in 2010.
Oh yeah, sorry, not Brisbane, that's Queensland. Yeah.
Moved to Gold Coast 2010. So I closed the academy in
Penrith.
In Greenville.
Okay.
And it's pretty funny. I have few of my students who start jiu-jitsu with me. They built up the Australian top team. Come a time started to be very famous because he was fighting a lot of MMA.
Yeah.
And they looked to that like, man, they was all learn ABC with me.
Yeah.
Ashkan, he fought in the UFC. I said, man, that guy come to my gym, my worst blue belt puts his for the sleep. And he ended up training you just because he put for the sleep. He could not believe. Back time he was jack, strong, and become a nerd guy, puts him for the sleep. And he said, I want to learn these martial arts, And then after a while, they end up being very successful on the sport, So, like, if you see all like I said, we are the pioneer there. And you have a lot of guys who
pioneers of MMA. All the guys you talk about, they're all the pioneers of MMA in Australia.
Was to be like everybody, 100%. A lot of guys these days now, like I said, you see, like Pedro Tyson fighting UFC. In the title Vast fighters, they all coming from there, But they were like more young. Back in the day, they were 15. They when we were there fighting, they was getting involved on that. And look now they are, a big name in Australia, but all coming from the same gym. All coming from the same crew.
So this is all from this MMA gym where you were training and
elite fighting. With Tama Terhuna, the James Terhuna brother, who was more in the gym, teaching, coaching, make shows. So he all these guys learn how to punch in that club. You know what I mean? So all in that pass for the they are like maybe the second generation fighters between us, coming have us James, they was the first was Mark, then they come James, now it's Tyson. And the Thai, so we start taking off from Australia. So they all build up. We've been there in the beginning. That is the cool. And the other day I looked to a few pictures back in the day and talked to James. Man, remember that they spar used to be full on. Man. Always back in the day, the MMA, like in the MMA, spar be full on. So then come a time I stopped training. I stopped fighting MMA. I said, man. Not fighting MMA anymore. When I started focusing on jiu-jitsu, I started come back competing in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So I lose.
Did you stop competing MMA when you moved to the Gold Coast, or you were still fighting?
No, I was still doing MMA. Then I fought Daniel Kelly, who ended up making the UFC. Man, it was a good fight. Me and his coach think I won the fight, but he was the Melbourne boy, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up giving to him, you know, like it was a big fight. Man, I fought so well that day. After the fight, I said, man, no, I'm gonna give up in MMA. Now I have had a loss in my career, so I want to give up MMA. Then start like jumping back in jiu-jitsu. So I had a big break between 2000 series, like I think maybe 2006, 2010 to 2000 maybe 12, 13, when I have a big break.
Competition
Competitions.
jiu-jitsu.
Because
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
then, like I said, back in the day, it was to not have black belts. Then give you a time, then start coming more black belts, that have more black belts. And I think it was when I come back, fight was when they have the nationals here in Brisbane.
Okay.
You know, was one of the nationals, they bring it to Brisbane. Yeah, when I end up fight, then Vicente got his black belt, then Bruno from Sydney Jiu-Jitsu, what's his last name?
Always.
Bruno Alves, you know, I end up for him, Mike Wilson, you know, and I fought a few guys from, also have an Asian guy from Garra, I think I fought him before, so like, was like, I that for, then when I come back, because I said, okay, we don't have black belts same weight, but have black belts now, you know, then I start, come back to competing, you know, in the jiu-jitsu, then come bring me back to jiu-jitsu, then start fall in love again for the competition.
So did you have your own academy already when you moved in 2010?
When I moved to 2010, I opened my academy, 3 students, you know. Then it started build up, coming a lot of people say, oh man, like I said, man, it's a small town. Gold Coast used to be small. Coming out this guy, you know. A lot of people want to come there to check it out. Who's this guy? You know, this new black belt in town. And it's pretty funny. It's still like that. Sometimes pump a new academy, everybody want to go there because the new thing.
Yeah.
You know.
This is a Western society, man, I think. Or do you think it's everywhere? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is a Western thing. It's like the Americanized television and stuff. Oh, the new restaurant, go and try it out. The new shoe shop, the new shoe brand, the new style of outfit. I think it's like that.
Yeah, because like when, like I also stay more in Gold Coast, so don't know much about Brisbane. It's pretty funny, and it's just very close to us. And there was to be me, to be the Puma, Axis, Fight Club.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
In the Gold Coast, there was
The
this,
Gold Coast.
yeah.
There's just this 4.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, and like I said, you know, like always being respectful. I always I've never been the type of guy to step people's toes.
Yeah.
You know, so always go there, do my own thing. Never contact no one students.
Yeah.
Never approach no other people. Never. One day, sometimes train. Man, that's it. Jiu-jitsu, keep training jiu-jitsu. No, like, oh man, I should come to visit my. Never did that because I like I said, I think there's sometimes you know, it's a little bit of how can I say? No, it's etiquette, you know, like for like you're not gonna go to, you know.
It's respectful. It's honorable.
Very respectful.
Honorable stuff.
Very respectful in character.
Character.
You know, of a person. Like you're not gonna go approach. I could approach a lot of people, students, man, never.
And there's probably a short-term gain of getting some students, but long-term
you're gonna have problems with another gym and all this other stuff.
But you want to have that. If you want to be there for a long time.
No, I said once my black belts I have now, start filming from white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very rare. Like I have maybe 1 or 2 black belts who arrive in Australia was purple. You know, they got brown, they got black. But like for me, I don't have 1 student coming from maybe Australian who coming from a different gym.
Yeah.
You know,
unless they moved interstate or from overseas.
But the local never, and because there's a lot of people have respect for me, and a lot of like have people don't have or have people have, but like Fabio's black white and the Fabio man, I never tried to step people's toes.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of people who did that with me. That's common, like you said, people try to grow quick in the short term, but not think about the long term. Because if they did their, have happened there in Gold Coast, I heard a lot, like having this guy come to train in this academy for be friends with the other one, so open his academy, so get a few followers.
Yeah.
So then this person, let's say name me A and B. The name A went to this academy, make a lot of friends, move to this academy, open his facility, A. The B come, start training there, did the same thing he did with the other guy. The A come to me say on there, man, this guy's a piece of shit. I said, bro, you heard about karma. You did that with other people. You know what I mean? And people do
It
that with
happened to him, yeah.
Happened to you. You know?
Yeah, look, I think that's just like a gross way to do it, man. Like, if you're good at jiu-jitsu, if you have a good instruction, if you build a good vibe of people and a community of people to go, people are going to go there if they want.
magnetic,
People are going to go there naturally. You don't need to go and coerce them or manipulate them into going there. That's not what you have to do, man.
But like Australia, man. Not just Australia, everywhere is, bro, you have clients for everybody.
100%.
You have clients for everybody. Like I said,
Nobody here is poor or in poverty in first world countries. You know what I'm saying?
so like that, if come my students and man, I want to open a gym. I say, where do you want to open here? I say here in Gold Coast, I have 300. You want to open a pharmacy where I have 10, or you want to open a pharmacy where I don't have none?
Yeah.
Where you gonna be successful? You know.
Correct. Exactly.
So like I say, I like if it was these days. Today I arrived in Australia. Like I open, like I said, we used to be 3. Back then, there used to be 3 academy. I end up opening there. But today, man, I'm gonna try to go in somewhere it doesn't have. Because that is a smart move to do. You're not gonna step in people's toes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be respectful because you're not there. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening. You know, so the mentality of people these days being very, like I say, everybody wanna see how you are today. But they know sorry. They, like I said, the time where you was there. Like I say, a lot of people see me now. Oh, look, you have this many jeans, everything. Bro, you know, see the time I was there doing the labor, or when I was punch on with Mark Hunt to get close to, could have a brain issues. Man, they got to like spar with James Terruna. I end up going to America, like Michael Bisping hired me for training him for fight Mayhem Miller. You know, so like these things people don't see. The people see where you are now.
People wait at the finish line, man. That's the way it is. It's like people are like, oh man, look how good it was for you, and because they see that you've done it, and they don't realize that it's accumulation of 10, 15 years of hard work. They think it's overnight. So man, you got to here doing jiu-jitsu. All right, I'm gonna open my own gym, and then
you living what the best job. Bro,
everything's a job. This is a thing people don't understand either.
You live, look, you do what you're patient. I'm gonna tell me every time, I hate jiu-jitsu. Not just the jiu-jitsu. I hate the owner of the academy, because man, the people think you walk, you step in, you teach, you go home.
Yeah, but
I clean the gym sometimes.
Yeah.
I still go and clean the toilets. It's pretty funny. I love cleaning my academy. I love cleaning the toilet. Like, make me proud to clean.
Satisfying.
Satisfying me.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. A lot of people say, Fabio, I clean the toilet of my academy. You know? These days now, finally, take me after so many years, I have people who work for me who do there. But like I say, Fabio, is embarrassed to clean the toilet? No, I'm proud to satisfy me. Because like, man, that's my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You built this from the beginning.
But heavy days, man, I don't want to be here because, like, you need to be there. Every night you need to be there. Like I say, my daughter born, and I was looking at videos of my daughter yesterday. She goes to sleep 9:30 at night, 10 sometimes.
Because that's when you finish.
Because when I finish, I want to go play with her. So people don't see there, like, all that. People just see where you live, the car you drive, look how's your life. People don't understand. I still training every day. People sometimes don't see me off, but you're not training. You did not train today. Not training today in your class, but training other. I train I have addiction for training. Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai now. Come back to Muay Thai. Today my day was pretty fun. Look, that is life of I went to do Muay Thai. I go play tennis. Then I finish tennis, go do weights. Man, I've been burning myself. Sometimes come at night time, I'm strong. I want to just go relax. And now come this guy say, Fabio, let's go. I want to roll. If you're like, man, and I'm still there rolling. I do like, sometimes I do 4 or 5 trains a day. Happy there. Do weight, do everything. I keep, the guy say, Fabio, you crazy. Oh, look, your life is beautiful. Plus, administration, managing the facilities. You know, people don't see all that.
Stocking the fridges.
Everything.
Go in the supermarket to buy order to put in the fridge. Going to buy toilet paper. Then you receive a call from the parent. Oh, Fabio, I feel sick because I'm not going to be able to. No, I cannot be able to go to manage the clean the gym. Okay. So I go there early, clean the gym. The other guy, Fabio, man, I got stuck, in my other job. I cannot teach the class today. You go teach the class. Then you need to you need to be like I say. I mean, I do work of 10 people sometimes. They go there.
That's the reality of owning your own business, man.
That's the reality. I go teach class. I have it these days. Sorry, but I have my coach say, Fabio, you go in a kids class, sometimes I have 3 coaches. Okay? And say, man, I also mean, like, I teach by myself, no coach. When I start now in 2021, I have a person who works in the reception. I have coaches. I have helpers for the coach. Back in the day, I used to be the admin. I used to be the receptionist. I used to be the cleaner. I used to be the coach and the helper. Like, this what I say is 2021. People don't wanna. The job is too hard. I also do this all by myself.
But they never went through the challenge of all the stuff you're talking about. They didn't take them 10 years to get to this point. This is the same thing that I was talking about before about, man, they're coming to something that's already built, man. They're waiting at the finish line when everything's already done, man. They don't have an idea of what it's taken to get to this point. And this is partly to do with Western culture. This is partly to do with Instagram or whatever. Like, people only see the highs, the 3% of what happens, or the lows and the lows, the worst 3%. But everything else in the middle is what happens every day, which is stacking the shelves, cleaning the gym, turning up because the guy couldn't attend the class, and you rush there and get there and all this stuff, and going to bed late and getting up early. They don't realize.
They don't realize that. Like I said, even the new, look how many times, man. My first stripe takes 6 months.
Yeah.
My blue belt, I think take over 2.5 years to get.
Hey man, I was a blue belt for like 4 years.
Blue belt's the one you last the longest. The blue belt is the longest belt.
Yeah.
And the people, man, and like I said, sometimes I go in the gym, and the people, I have it sometimes because I'm black-white. I have issues with someone, I'm gonna tell in the face. Doesn't matter if you don't like or like. I will talk in the face. I'm gonna explain my point of view. I'm not gonna talk to the back.
Yeah.
Have guys come to me, Fabio, you humiliate me in the class. I say, mate, first, you ask about your stripe in front of everybody. Yeah. I just reply from everybody because I'm not going to tell to you, I tell to everybody as well. No come and ask for grade. Be here. Do your hard work.
And you'll get rewarded for it.
They come, man, then you need to deal with dads. Why my kid not got a belt? Why he got the lower belt, not got the other belt? Okay, because the other kid's like 15, your kid's 3. No, but make it mate, sometimes everybody thinks, it's easy. Mate, sometimes it's stressful. And happy times, man, I say, I need to go to the gym. I just wanna I just wish I was to go work like a labor. But I don't want to be there. Just for, because
cross the screen of that. I want a simpler thing.
Soon as your hobby, everybody say, Fabio, soon as your hobby turn up your job.
Yeah, it's not a hobby anymore.
It's not hobby anymore. It's change. So like I say, look how much we've been through to be here. And this is what I say, back in the day, like I say, getting fight in the street, getting punched with the higher level UFC fighters. Don't have money to train, sometimes don't have money to buy a meal for it with health, So no have money to try. I lost so many chances, opportunities to fight big competition because I don't have money to pay the sign up. How the sign-in now it's getting crazy, ridiculous, expensive.
100%. It's
back in the day
sometimes
to be
$200 to go into a competition.
Like I said, $200 to go into a competition. Plus, depends if you don't need to travel.
Yeah.
Imagine
accommodation,
accommodation, fly, hotel. like I said, man,
Ends up
you
being
need to know.
$1,000 to go and compete at a local competition or interstate competition.
It is easily,
Yeah.
easily. So people don't say, like, a lot of people say, Fabio, why you not compete? Why you didn't ever done, like, example, Pan America? Because I don't have money to go there.
Yeah, but also, like, man, people don't understand, like, when you first started your gym, you're doing the 10 jobs. You don't have the ability to go and leave
No,
the gym. Man.
no,
You know what
like,
I mean?
when happen the opportunities. That was fun in my life as well. And then I went to Denver, Colorado to the camp training with James Terhuna. I was helping him in the camp training. Spar, like I said, you know, a lot of people told, oh, Fabio, you did this job, you used to be coach. I said, no, man. When I was to go into these camp trainings, I was to be like a punch bag, bro. The guys pay me for me go full on, punch on every day. And don't think I will tell about this. You hurt, see you later, mate. Bye, next one.
Yeah.
You know? So happy time. I was there when I was doing the camp for. I went to this camp, come back to this camp to James Terhuna there in Denver, Colorado, at the Muscle Farm. Go there in the camp. Who's in the camp? Rampage Jackson gonna fight John Jones. So it was Rampage Jackson, Joe Jones, Czech Kong was there. It was like a lot of big names was there. Sparring full on, punch. The manager saw me spar James. Said, man, I like this boy. After the show, come back to Australia. Tama say, Fabio, the guy when you're going to America to train Mike. I say, who Mike? Michael Bisping. I say, fuck man. Michael Bisping, his voice used to be annoying, man. How, you know? Then go there, got there, boom, okay, go there for training Mike. Went here, got my tickets organized, fly to America. Going to the airport, this Michael gonna come and pick up. Michael, maybe the manager. Fucking got in the airport there, wait for ages. Then bloody come, park the car. Michael Bisping pick me up in the airport. Fuck, he was hungover ass. Oh, Fab, sorry, man. So I leave you in the airport, you know, like, you know, the manager was calling me for wake me up. Man, the guy was out party one day before, and he forgot me in the airport. That's normal. That's the last thing. Went there, did the camp training, punch on, man. My body used to be so sore. You think I'm gonna complain? Complain, Fabio, see you later, bye. Cannot go, man. I was to fight, come and fight, spar with him. Man, my ribs also, my neck also, back, man, shut your mouth and go. These days don't exist there. These days, these are the say, when I see sometimes I stood, hurt my finger. Mate, serious. Tape on, bro. Tape on, come on. Oh, no, the doctor told for me have 5 weeks stop. I said, tell your doctor to come train jiu-jitsu. You know, to see what's the reality.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so wait there, make this good connection, punch on. These people don't see, you know?
Yeah.
So we start like going fight, like I could not cry, nowhere. Go train jiu-jitsu, you know? Oh, your next so man. Like I said, these days, I get it. That was my job.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta pay for be there, for do that. If you cannot do your job, see you later, we're gonna put someone here.
Yeah.
You know, so I need to...
Cutthroat, man. Cutthroat.
I needed to, so... Then I come, like I said, these days, sometimes I go in the gym, I'll see in the competition. My face, the guy touched my face. Happy there, the training, man, come on. Swallow and go, you know? So,
but they never been exposed to anything like this, man. Never.
They say, oh, you know, man, look your life, you know, your luck.
It's not luck, man. Well, you know what I mean? There might be a little bit of luck that you chose to come to Australia instead of another country, but man, like everything else after that is just all hard work.
They luck, but these I say, they come the jiu-jitsu competition, they come in all this new game, new stylish, like, okay, you're gonna fight for save, win by one advantage. Man, this burn me. They're 100%. The true fighters, man. We wanna see combative.
You want to see exchanging of techniques. You're trying to beat each other, and this is a big criticism, particularly of gi jiu-jitsu, because it's become so technical and tactical, and they sit on their butt and they do this and they do that, and it's really gone away a lot from self-defense and beating people and fighting to a game, a sport and stuff. And unfortunately, the more you commercialize anything, the more that happens. The more franchises you open of a burger shop, the quality goes down. And it's just how it is, man.
I think now the master Elliot Gracie in his,
Yeah.
he must be turning around saying, man, the way you just turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, I'm gonna tell, but even now as well, this new, okay, like I said, every couple of years comes something. It used to be the berimbolo, there used to be the 50-50, now it's the heel hook.
Heel hooks,
Yes.
leg locks, no-gi.
No, but now it's the heel hook. Like I say, the white belt come the gym. So what do you want to learn? I want to learn heel hook.
Let's start there. Yeah.
Let's start there. I say, mate,
Work backwards.
Man, you can't even
wait,
keep your balance.
can you
standing
do
up.
a umber? No, but heel hooks I can type out a high belt. I know, but there is no the law. Like I say, you're going to.
If you're good at an armbar, you can tap a high belt too with the armbar.
But what I say is, a lot of people, what are they trying to do? Cut steps.
Yeah.
I know. Like I say, in my academy, I know really fan of heel hooks. No, I know fan, but I think now we train a lot. Like after now you're brown belt or black.
Yeah.
Now okay, because now you learn the basics of escapes, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know.
You've already got a foundation to work from, as opposed to just adding some
come
crazy
in,
attack.
sit, try to turn 3-fold roll, heel hook, boom, tap. Like have a few fights you watch in the no-gi grappling. It's not exciting to watch anymore.
A lot of it's not, yeah.
Because the guys just going for.
They both sit down and both try to grab each other's
try
foot.
to grab each other's toes.
Yeah.
And like I said, you start to lose the excitement. Of the it is effective. It is good.
Yeah.
I know. No, take me wrong. Say should no. You need to learn it, but I think you should be step 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, training wheels. Training wheels on before you take the bike on its own. Yeah.
Why you think I know IBJJF now allowed people to do heel hooks?
Because that's what was popular.
Because in America they're gonna lose a lot of entry fees.
Yeah.
Because the heel hooks. But what they did, they were smart. You can do black belt adults, brown and black adults.
Yeah.
Masters.
Can't
no.
do.
Because like a lot of people is gonna think, okay, I'm gonna play heel hook, but not think about, okay, if you just think about know if someone apply you, can damage your ligaments. Okay, when you start.
We talk about this here as well. We let people from purple belt and up start practicing.
But that's fair enough.
Yeah,
purple
and
belt, you get prepared.
Yeah, gentleman's agreement.
But like I say, but that is fair. Like when you are purple, your next step is brown and black.
Yeah, correct. You got to be prepared for that.
Now,
already.
like I say, half my jeans, man, coming in white belt, blue belts.
Yeah, there's people that haven't trained much before at all, and they're all asking about this because that's what's popular and all over the internet.
No, it's because that was the Being Happy America.
Correct, and that's what's popular. That's what's presented all the time. Flow grappling. That's how they sell their product. Oh, we're the new American athletes. Look at these guys; they're beating everyone. The problem with that I find with even other leg locks is any time that you attack somebody's knee in jiu-jitsu, because this is such a strong area of your body, it's such a powerful and robust area of your body, it can absorb a lot of force, you can jump up and down, do backflips, step off your leg, change direction. It's very durable. And because it's very durable, you need so much more force to damage that portion of your body. The problem is when you put that much pressure on the ligaments, on the tendon, the joint itself, the risk of injury is more catastrophic because it's under more pressure.
Yeah.
With the arm, you don't because again the muscle's smaller. This is the system of jiu-jitsu. Why do you focus on attacking someone's arms and neck? Because it's easier. Because you can use a triangle where you use your legs to squeeze their neck. Man, no worries. I don't have to fight hard at all. Squeeze hard. My legs are stronger than his arms. But when you attack somebody's legs, particularly when they're unaware, they don't understand how their body works, they don't understand how the submission, the attacks, the situation works, they don't get it, and they just squeeze as hard as they can to hurt somebody, you're going to damage somebody quite easily, not because the submission's dangerous, but because people don't understand they don't understand the feeling of damage in their own body yet. And that's why until they already damaged everything, ruptured all the ligaments, everything.
I'm gonna tell I saw the people fight if he broke arm, but I never saw the people fight if he broke knee, you know?
Yeah.
Like you say, when Jacare fought Roger, you know, he put his arm, man, he keep fight, but
put in his jacket,
put in jacket, and I'm gonna tell, the recovery of that is gonna be much more fast than the knee.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I say. So I think what's been happening for now, this new generation, like I say, it's not the end. Gonna come out a new thing.
There's another fad, another craze, for sure.
It's just people try to, I wanna earn my black belt in 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, the people try to cut steps.
Yeah.
You know, and that is like I say, it's just people wanna put the Instagram. Do you think people wanna put the Instagram they are white belt?
No.
No.
But
Posting it as blue or purple.
You know,
man, I've talked about this before as well with some students at the academy, and it's like you can even notice why people start jiu-jitsu in the way they approach training and the way they do things. The questions they ask, the things they want to understand. Like a lot of people start jiu-jitsu because they're interested in it, they like MMA or whatever, but there's this new wave because of the popularity of MMA and the popularity that's added to jiu-jitsu. There's this new wave of people that are just doing it because it's popular now. Not because they enjoy, not because they like, not because they want to do, but because it's cool to take a photo and put it on your Instagram that you're doing jiu-jitsu.
What's happened is, like jiu-jitsu got very popular thanks to the UFC as well. You know, they mix martial arts because as soon as go to the floor, these guys are black belt jiu-jitsu, so everybody wanna learn. And it is, like I say, jiu-jitsu can train 100%. You can inspire 100%.
Yeah.
Come next day, inspire 100%. In Muay Thai, boxing,
can't do it.
you can do. And it's more simple. Like I say, have a see if you see gigs. Sorry, but happen a lot of keyboard warriors. They train jiu-jitsu. Do you think keyboard warriors are going to train box or Muay Thai?
No, it's too uncomfortable.
Because it's uncomfortable. Jiu-jitsu, you know, is more like friendly.
Yeah. Which just doesn't have the same impact. You're not going to get a broken nose.
You're not going to get a broken nose. It's more friendly. And like I say, because it is a sport, it's like chess. You need to have knowledge. You know what I mean? You don't need to be tough to be a world champ. Like you say, the skinny guy, he's a world champ. He's very Musa Messi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look how man, the guy's an animal. You know, but look glad to speak like man. You know what I mean? Like, people look there. You know, like I said back in the days, the fighters to be broke ears, you know, ugly, bald hair, shave, trapeze coming here. And look, this what's been turning now, you know. Because it's the biggest martial arts, the fastest growing martial arts.
Yeah.
You know, so is welcome to everybody.
It includes everyone for sure, and anybody, no matter their body type, their size, their age, they can all do it and enjoy it and have fun, and also actually be effective. That's the crazy thing. You can overcome physical attributes, someone's strength, someone's speed, someone's flexibility, with knowledge and understanding.
You start, like I said, a lot of people come, they change it because they change the way they eat. Because you come to the gym, you get in puff. Man, I need to change. You know,
can't smoke anymore.
You know, they smoke. I also smoke the cigarette. I'm gonna release. So you know, back the day, go home, stop McDonald's. Now I'm gonna stop. Okay, stop McDonald's. Stay get a burger. I get a little bit of rap. You know, you start like
small adjuststants in their life.
It's more just because they see, like I said, man, having people who come training in Macau. The first army crawl they did, oh man, I need to rest. I said, man, I say, look. You can die, bro. Like, look how healthy you are. You know, we don't sell. We sell like we sell health to people. You know, and the people start training jiu-jitsu.
You're saving people's lives.
You know, I did a lot of change. I have people who's like not just in there, but like stop drinking, stop smoking. You know, like stop being more humble. Come guys who walk my gym think they were the last. Biscuit of the pack, you know, the tough man, come now, man. He's a guy too nice to talk to. You know? Bring the guy's ego down.
Particularly if they stay, like the ones they get bruised, you never see them again.
Like I said, happy.
Even if they started,
I have this, it's pretty funny. It's work like that, the type of student, okay? Have the student who wanna come, who wanna be your friend, who wanna be seen, who wanna be. This guy sometimes no last. I have one guy, he come quiet, he go home silent. he come, he do his training. You know, he comment, do stare much shit. Now he go there, do his training, be help, talk a little bit, laugh, nice, go home. Then you have the guy who suck your energy. You know, wanna you to watch him, you wanna take, and like this man, I have a lot of happen there. This guy here who take all my energy, end up leaving, end up having
They
injuries.
just want attention.
End up having injury because they don't want to tap out.
Yeah.
They I cannot train for 3 weeks, and they have this other guy. It's pretty fun. I have a couple of these, and say, man, look this guy now. Today he's brown belt.
Yeah.
And the other guy is still a blue belt.
Yeah.
Oh, but I said, remember, you started before the guy, but what's happy? Unfortunately, your ego.
Yeah.
You know, you still have to come, training,
Going home,
go
learning,
home, relax.
going.
No, you wanna be seen. You wanna be the comedy of the class. You wanna.
If they worked as hard on their jiu-jitsu as they did being noticed, they would already be a black belt by now. You know what I mean? But that's the trap a lot of people fall into, man. Yeah.
People wanna train white to black in few steps.
I think there's also one other thing that contributes to that. It's like most of the stuff they see about jiu-jitsu, about all these famous guys that have got all this attention, and oh man, the guy, look, he just looks like this, but man, he smashes everyone, he looks so cool, and it's you're building this like fame for jiu-jitsu athletes. Oh man, the guys are so cool. Keenan Cornelius, worm guard. At one point, it was all about lapel, worm guard.
50-50 berimbolo, worm guard the day.
And now it's heel hooks and everything.
Now,
right? But they see Gordon Ryan or they see Craig Jones or all these guys that have become famous. They're the pinnacle of the sport. They're making millions of dollars a year selling their DVDs and everything. They want to be like that.
Yeah.
So, or it could be Conor McGregor. It's the same thing. Like, people behave that way because that's their idol.
Like, it's pretty fun. Like, you talk about, like, remember as well, like, he used to be very famous. You know, he used to, like, he's still very famous, I think, in America, but he used to be very, like, in Australia. He used to talk, like, I got my black belt in 4 years, Kid Dale.
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
So, okay.
Yeah.
He got it better. He was a monster.
Yeah.
So when he's, like, he disappeared a little bit means in the jiu-jitsu
Scene, yeah.
scene. Because, like I say, sometimes it's coming too quickly. Come too quickly because he was competing.
Yeah.
But like I say, man, people sometimes not gonna know, end up change. Okay, I active my goal. I got my black belts.
Yeah.
Now everybody know about me, so now, so like, this is what I said. You see guys, still
They stop evolving because they already think that they got to the
exactly.
level. Yeah.
And but you see guys who take along the journey and they keep in these days maybe open academies, live of jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? So they end up build up there for their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of like what we were talking about before with the MMA stuff as well. And it's like, it's not a karma thing or whatever, but it's like you didn't get the big fame or the guy didn't go and become a UFC fighter or whatever, but man, you've created a really great life for yourself and for your family and for people around you. Like you've created a legacy or a community, but the legacy is in community as opposed to winning a belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The legacy is in the community, the people around you, the group of people that you kind of like lead. You know what I mean? Yeah,
And I'm sure some of the students that you had from white belt all the way to along their journey, you could, I don't know, pass on your values from the olds. From what we're talking about. It's like,
but that's what's the most important. Like I said, this is what I say to my guys. And I say, listen, why I want to train it? Why for me each belt I want to see the quality? Because it's gonna come one day, you will be a black belt, and you're gonna realize how hard it was for you.
Yeah.
When come time to give to someone, you're gonna stop think and you're gonna say, whoa, what's hard for me? Why am I gonna give to this guy easy? And it happen a lot. I see guys giving belts, not just saying everywhere happen there.
Yeah.
Giving belts very easy because it come easy for them. They don't have the appreciation.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Like
it's like a domino effect.
When I talk to everybody, every time I do a big grade and they talk about that, I say, guys, you know why it's no harder. It's the right time, because you guys gonna appreciate in one day you guys become a black belt and you guys gonna pass that to your students.
Yeah.
So you know how much, not just how hard it was for you get, but how much your dedication for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you know how long time it take for you to get your belt. So when it pass to the other, your generation, you're gonna push them because they're gonna come again. It's like a domino effect, you know?
Yeah.
So that's for me is very important. So like coming guys said, but you're going to the other gym, you get your black belt in 2 years. I say, okay, so now then you see their black belts giving people black belts.
In
It's
2
a
years.
short
Yeah.
turnaround.
Yeah, then you see, I say, oh my God, but you see the level. Hey, why you not compete? Oh, my knee. Oh, my back. No, it's because they have the ego. They no one to see.
Their level.
Because they are famous in his academy. They don't want to see the real. We, even like I said, you're going to, like I said, have a few. I really respect the belt, the black belt who competes. Doesn't matter if you win or lose.
Yeah, for sure. I
But
agree.
he's there
Putting it on the line,
to
man.
put on the line. You know, so that's what I say. When my boys, Fabio, I say, man, you don't need to win, but you need to show you have you are a black belt. You need to show you are a black belt to be able to, when you compete, win or lose. Oh, the guys are shit.
You're already winning.
No.
You're winning by
already
going
win.
there and competing.
You already win. You win by respect a lot. But now, these black belts, you know, happen. I saw it before I got. Come this guy, black belt, people calling him a master. You know, master, treat him like a god. I said, and then I looked at the guy's resume. What he did? Zero. How many competitions he did? Zero. What he did for the jiu-jitsu? Zero.
Yeah.
And people calling him a master. You know, come on, really?
I think this is also like one of those pitfalls of like commercializing jiu-jitsu, because like you're saying, like before everybody used to fight, everybody used to compete, everybody used to do all this stuff, or even internally in the gym it was so live. Everybody used to compete against each other and fight so much in the gym that there was no confusion. There was no like secrecy behind anything. Now they're giving so many people are opening gyms, like, man, and people making fake belts or whatever. Like, there's so much happening and there's so much going on. There's so much noise. There's so many people that they get by, you know what I mean? They sleep in the cracks.
Unfortunately, like I said, they're not be a business.
Yeah.
And the people now everybody wanna be the businessman.
Yeah.
You know, so this is what I say. You get there, you give you a black belt, or like go there, open your gym, you know, then they give you, like I say, but because this is what I don't like is, man, we are old school, you know, we've been to the tough life to be where we are now.
Yeah.
You know?
And then other people just get
Other people just get it. It's okay. So let's test it. Oh, no. You know, my back.
Yeah.
I said, it's okay, man. So I respect injuries happen, but it's okay. Let's see your resume, what it did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For you try to create this respect for people.
The problem,
You know?
I think also the problem is like for the general public, the majority of people that train, they don't know anything about jiu-jitsu, man. They don't know anything about somebody's level. They don't understand anything.
Nah, they don't understand.
Especially on like in Australia or in other Western countries, all they see is the status of the black belt. So if the guy's a black belt, he's good. Instead of, man, they don't, man, there's levels within that. Man, the criteria that I have to grade somebody is completely different to a different instructor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a very, very strict kind of stuff. A lot of the grading that I'll help and input, but I'm not the owner of the gym. I'm not the head instructor. You know what I'm saying? It's not my decision only. Man, if it was up to me, man, there'll be 3 or 4 people grading every year. You know what I mean? Like,
but that is coming. The time is like if it, sometimes if come to me, if I also train jiu-jitsu the way I learn it, I think I also have 3 students.
Yeah, but that's something that I need to work on.
But like I
because
said,
I'm very
tough students. They would be world champ 100%, but bro, used to be that, like I said, just gonna stop because we're gonna train it full on, you know. But now these days, man, have a family, need to pay rent.
of course.
So you need to make more welcoming to people. Sometimes as well, you don't need to be a world champ to get your belt, you know.
Yeah.
But it's okay, you've been working well for your belt, you know. So there is no demand. You put your hard work, you put your time, man. You know, people sometimes leave the family at home, the kids at home, for coming training jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay. Like you've been doing the steps you is the requiring for get the next belt. Like I say, I have guys as well come to my gym, training one every 3 months. You know, strong, maybe on the fitness industry. You know. But coming once or 3 months and I'm coming here to belt black belt. Yes, you do. You come here to belt blue belts, purple belts. Sorry, no black belt. Come here to belt blue belts. Yeah, you do. But wait, these guys work in office whole day.
Yeah.
When you're doing chin-ups, push-ups all day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're
but
all day to prepare.
How's your knowledge when you turn up a black belt to give to your students?
Yeah.
So I don't prepare people.
There has to be a lot of like different criteria to look at and stuff, because like there's always going to be a huge white belt that's super strong that you can go and get a 50-kilo brown belt and squeeze their neck. Of course you almost double their weight, man. Like,
but what's the important is, like I say, when he turn up a black belt, he gonna say the guy, no training jiu-jitsu, just do weights, come here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No need training every day, no need training 2 times a week, because we need each other for improve. You know, so because it's for example, in my academies, I'm very pushy about the
attendance.
Yeah. You know why? Like the attendance, exactly, because it's very important. Guys, be there to the training to help each other.
Yeah.
You know. So Fabio, you doing tests? I personally, I born, you know, like I learned my jiu-jitsu as well. Go there, study the positions, show to the professor.
Yeah.
Like these days, man, how you gonna do if 100, 200, 300, 400 students, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for every single one, you're gonna do tests. You know, but if the guy's been coming to the training,
Okay.
yes, if the guy's coming to the training, who know if I go into the school, how am I gonna learn?
Yeah.
Just if I have some like, if I have a special something, I will learn because you're there. You know, so when people come train, he 3 times a week. He been training.
Yeah.
He will learn.
Yeah.
You know,
There's no way they're not going to.
Okay, you're not gonna progress the guy who been helpful in the academy, who's always coming here to training. You know, who maybe he's no physical athletic. You know, maybe he's never.
But they understand jiu-jitsu.
When he was very technical.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, I always look at John Danahan. He's very smart. You know, look like he's be like, you know, like a
dangerous competitor.
Dangerous, but man, the guy have the knowledge because he's being studied. He trained jiu-jitsu. You know,
Yeah.
He's been there. Like I said, I have coaches there in my academy. You know, they are but they are so. They know how to pass the knowledge.
Yeah.
Maybe they are not the best competitors, but they are very good to pass the knowledge. Like happy with my brother. My brother, competition, man, he used to be the worst. He used to vomit, getting nervous, you know, want to go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But it's like, but as a knowledge for a professor, he used to be amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He used to not be a great competitor, but professor used to be
Encyclopedia of jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You talk to him, man. When I go all the time, I go to Brazil there. Make me feel I don't know jiu-jitsu sometimes because like the guy just live. He live jiu-jitsu. He talk about jiu-jitsu. The guy is like sometimes so boring because he don't talk about a different thing. You know. I said, man, check. No, he keep like talk about the time he got to. Man, the time I was close to tap out Cobrinha, I said, bro, that was in 2006. Come on, man. Come on. Move on, you know. Like, but I said, man, come on, that's happy. But you know what I mean? But he's very like, he's not a good competitor.
Yeah,
you know, but he's very good. Like
he understands and he's dedicated his life to understanding and explaining jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
that's what I look for my students these days. Is not to be the best competitor. Go jump into competition for you feel the adrenaline. I have a guy who compete after I got 6. I said, yeah, man, how you like it? He said, Fabio, I hate it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I said, now you know how it is. I agree with you. And look how fun he ended up be a coaching. You know, in our other friends' academy. But like I say, he's a very good coach. He never competed. He hate competing. You know, but he try.
Yeah.
You know, so now he be able to pass his knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, so you need to jump. You know, I always recommend to every single one to jump and see how it is.
Yeah, try it at least.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it seriously. No one's saying you have to be a world champion to get another belt or whatever. But I think competition is a good tool for you to recognize the realities of
100%.
high intensity jiu-jitsu. You're going to realize what things you're not good at. You're going to realize things that you might be able to do under pressure, and the reality, not what you think, but what's actually going to be real. What's going to happen? Yeah. When you're under real pressure, there's people watching. You have to make it happen. All right, what can you actually do? That's
like
important.
I think everything happened for me. Maybe happened for every single. First time when I went to compete, I was blind. I could not see nothing. I could not remember technique.
Yeah.
I could not hear no one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, first step you need to pass. Like people think, oh, when you compete, first adrenaline, nervous. I was to back in the day. I was to, Mom, I was go home after, Mom, why am always stink? Look like I was, in the sugarcane plantation in the middle of the sun. I'm stinky. Why? My mom said, Fabio, you know what is this? Adrenaline.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Oh, wow. And I also stink. And you start to notice when you guys competing, you guys smell different. Because why you think?
Pheromone, yeah.
Why you think when the dogs, when someone jump in your house, the dogs bite him? Because the adrenaline, the sweat,
yeah.
the adrenaline. So the nervousness, man. I was I said, man, I never been so stinky in my life.
Yeah.
They were, Mom, what? And he said, Fabio, what is this? Adrenaline. I said, wow, how crazy is the body, the human body.
That's your body telling you it's ready to go time. About to fight, fight or flight. That's your fight or flight response. And the thing, even for me, man, it took me so many years to. It's not comfortable either. It's not comfortable because the thing is anytime you do anything that's important to you, that's stressful, that there's a lot of pressure in the situation, you're always going to have anxiety, always going to have stress and adrenaline and all these things. But what you get better at doing is better at navigating it and dealing with it. You know what I mean? You get better at dealing with it. And it's not as panic. There's not as much panic anymore.
I'm gonna tell one thing happened for me. That was it's no long ago. I think it was in where we are 2020, maybe it was 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
I was compete for a while. I went in Melbourne, compete, I think it was the Nationals or the Pumpex. In those fights, was me, ended up going to the finals, me and Michael Wilson. My first fight, when I fought, looked like, I fought this guy, I tapped out, no, Michael, the guy first, before going to the final, I tapped out in a leg lock. Looked like, when I jumped the mats, I was fighting. It looked like a wave got you, and you start to roll. You do things for survival.
Oh, yeah.
Serious, I tapped this guy in the survival.
Yeah.
I know technical, no. I was feel he was coming, this guy was coming top, boom, then he started to roll up, turn up and see his leg between my leg, but I couldn't believe it. Boom, completely, boom. Wait, sit there, say, Fabio, what the fuck are you doing here, right? You don't need there. I was nervous. I never been so nervous and having anxiety. Man, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this for your life, man? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then going to the final, me, Mike, was rolling for him, the same thing. Could not see nothing. It looked like a wave. It was in the middle of the wash machine. He survived, boom, boom, boom. Then I was going on top, then boom, boom, got in the triangle, he tapped me out, boom. Tapped me out, man. That was the best thing that happened. Like I said, when you lose, it's never bad. When you look like I received a big slap in the head and say, Fabio, wake up. Yeah. Man, I got frustrated. I got pissed off. I said, now it's on. We're gonna see again we did the weight division. Then we met again in the open weight.
Yeah.
Man, there you come back the Fabio.
Yeah.
Who know what he's doing. Why was that? Time away from competition. I got nervous. A lot of people say, Fabio, you're not getting nervous. I got nervous. I was swear to God, I was close to run away from the place.
Yeah.
I want to run away. I'm gonna run away from this place.
It's not easy that way.
It's not easy. Well, Fabio, what are you doing here? You don't need but as soon as you lose, you look like shake me and say, Fabio, Come on, you know. Now it's time to. So because they say, so, lose it, man, come for good. Never come for bad. Sometimes you need to lose to realize things in your life.
That's like a lot of guys that compete too. They always need their first fight. They want to do a hard first fight, so they settle for the rest of the competition and stuff. Man, for me, like the anxiety stuff has always been a struggle. In my opinion, I never struggled with anything physical, like athleticism, strength, speed, nothing. I always was good with this type of thing. I never struggled with the technical stuff or understanding jiu-jitsu. I always could do the techniques, but the mental side of anything is something that it doesn't get taught a lot. You have to learn it yourself. You don't get taught. You don't get taught how to manage anxiety. You don't get taught how to manage adrenaline stress. You have to learn this stuff as you go. And some people have a natural ability to deal well with it, and some people don't. I think most people, it takes time, it takes years of work and adjustment to figure out how to approach this so you can have success with what you're doing. And man, I've only just gotten to a point now, and I'm 27 now, and I've been competing for a lot longer. Like the first time I competed seriously as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, I was a brown belt, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like international competition, I was a brown belt. And I had never competed before and all this new stuff. Like
back in Melbourne, was to see this guy, and I remember, it was a brown belt. It was these two brown belts. It was always you, and you have other brown belt always fight. I said, fuck, man, these guys, when they come from fucking this brown belt, now they come for a black belt very soon. These guys going to give trouble to us. Was always close the final. What's the name of the other guy? Was from Melbourne, I think. I think you used the Marroco. All the time was you and him on the finals. Was the big boy as well, very explosive. Man, I wish I knew his name for bringing it up there. Like the way you guys were very explosive, very athletic. I said, man, this guy. No, I say, Australia soon don't have many big guys. I said, fuck, these guys come to. Soon's the black belt gonna give us a hard time,
Yeah.
So my luck was the age difference. So now I fight with the old people. So leave these young fellas now to brawl with each other.
Yeah.
But I remember also look you guys fight you, and they have always the final. You and this guy in the brown belt division was to make the stadium shake, because the way you guys very athletic and the explosive, So like me, I'm old school. Now I'm here, with the masters 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's a really, really difficult thing to navigate. That's something that I always struggle with. Only now, I haven't competed for the last 2 years almost because of COVID and stuff like that.
When you go back, the comp you're gonna have little bit there.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of stress and stuff like that for sure. But the thing is the amount that I've improved in the last 2 years and the amount that I've evolved and gotten better. I'm excited to go and compete, man, because I haven't competed for a long time, and I'm excited to go and actually man, I've been getting better, man. Every year I get better and more and better, and it accelerates. It just gets more and more and more.
There is the problem. This COVID now, you see, that plus 2 years of it, you know.
And it's a big deal, man. For me, it's a big deal. I'm
for you, it's fucking massive because you're supposed to. You got all the travel for going to the World Pro game, and you could not attend there because of the COVID, because it's lockdown. So, like I say, I do now for fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it because there's a lot of people say, sometimes I go one day before party, next day competing. I know I take more as a fun.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's still man, you wanna, build up the name, build up they win the worlds,
of course.
Because it's for you guys, and they see these 2 years of these lockdown things.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Push you guys back because look now, you are 2 years older.
Yeah, 100%. There's another 2 years of guys coming through, you know what I mean?
This new, I've been watching a lot now, this new, the world, especially now in Brazil, this new generation come, you see the kid, Michael Galvão.
Yeah, freak.
Man, the guy's a freak, man. Look how old the guys are, 18, 19?
Yeah.
I think he's underage still. He cannot compete the IBJJF. I think he was 17, 18.
Maybe
17.
Yeah.
Man, look at this new generation. You go in Brazil, they did the reality show of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
You see these guys there, man. The guys come this new generation, man, of Jiu-Jitsu fighters. it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Elite level, something different.
Elite
man.
level. And, you know, man, the guys live for that. I mean, glad to see these guys be able to live off.
Yeah.
Just doing that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All the hard work of all the guys before them has built, jiu-jitsu to this point. And man, that's the thing that I talked about before. And it's like, it's a little bit similar to like guys coming into the gym and just like, or waiting at the finish line. Man, I always have so much respect for the guys that built this stuff before us. You know what I mean? Like whether it's the Gracie family or whoever, like, man, I hope that they receive what they deserve for the work that they've done to create this stuff. Like, because there's no Gordon Ryan or Craig Jones without the guys starting jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean?
Way.
There's no, Danaher, Death Squad and all this stuff. If the guys didn't start and implement and fight, they were fighting people in their academies.
For build up the name of the martial arts.
Come here and I'll fight you, and if you win, all right, we'll give you $1 million or whatever the hell it was.
Because, like I say, if the UFC was built up by, Horion Gracie for just to prove who's the better martial arts. Look the direction things.
Yeah.
One thing to prove who's the best martial arts for is a thousand billions company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. And the guys want to just prove who's the best martial arts.
Yeah.
And they want to prove Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the
best.
Is the best. So it's crazy because they're like, and everybody training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. Everybody. It's so popular, celebrities, everybody.
Everybody training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So the direction the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu took, it's amazing. But I think it still need a little bit more respect and discipline of people. Like I say, when people try to, I met so many situations of fake black belts.
Yeah.
So that's what I say. There's very disrespectful people who being,
the founders of
the
this
founders
stuff,
of the hard work,
the pioneers of this stuff. Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's up there with stolen valor, really.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's a big no-no, that one.
Yeah. He's talking about guys in the military and stuff where they pretend that they're a military guy or whatever. It's the same thing. You're grouping yourself with these guys that built this thing and they did all this hard work, but man,
you're like
well, it's a big
didn't do anything.
Really, isn't it?
Absolutely. So Fabio, man, we're gonna start finishing off a little bit.
It was great. I'm gonna tell if you're not getting that tired, we're gonna end up stay here for another 24 hours.
We'll have to get you back another time, man.
First time I did podcast.
Yeah.
I'm very shy the way my English because I still very strong accent.
That's all right, man.
My accent's very strong, but people gonna understand. If you don't understand, repeating it, And it's amazing. I think it's a good point for me sometimes to catch up a few points because you end up talking a little bit about my life, then we change for the other subjects, and it was very cool for we talk about,
man.
like when coming about what do you think about this new generation, the jiu-jitsu. I think, man, that was amazing. I really enjoy.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, man, talking with you, man. You made some funny comments about me before. It's like a lot of people think I'm a very angry and aggressive guy and a grumpy dude.
I was thinking, man, look at this cranky guy. Then after I end up him very awesome, man. He's fucking.
I'm polite, quiet boy,
bro,
man.
You need everybody think you're angry, cranky man. But no,
it's better that way,
but it's not that, like I say, I know doing well with many people because I don't like fake people. I like people black and white. I like people true.
Genuine,
and because they're like, I doing so well with you because you are like that. You are black, white, try to fake friends or fake things and, it's the legit.
Yeah, genuine.
And like I say, he's porradeiro means he's a fighter, he's
make force.
This guy, man, this guy can they have the real jiu-jitsu, very respectful, and because he's doing so well with you, but you look great sometimes.
But man, thanks again. Thanks, again, it's a pleasure to have you here, and man, we'll get you back again. We'll talk about more stuff. I'm sure you got plenty more stories to share, man.
Have a lot of stories to share. You cannot share everything you want, so if you don't get invited again. So.
This was the introduction.
So.
All right, Fabio. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks so much.